Hello. I didn't even I didn't bother brush my I did brush my hair before, but then I channeled the video for 90 minutes and anyway, fine. Hello everyone. Hello if you're a hashtag oldie, nothing to do with age, it's how long you've been hanging around, me. And hashtag newbie if you're a new subscriber. So hello, welcome to the fun. And it really will be fun today. Hello, Charlotte. It never fails to amaze me that I know who's going to be on the live. Obviously, like there's a few obvious people that it's like it's going to be this person, that, but not always. But it was like I knew that you were going to be first on. They told me, so I love it. Hello, how are you doing? I didn't know whether this would be a good or a bad time with the kids. So, but it was just time. It was just time to come on. I hope. Oh, by the way, thank you 4 likes. One of them was me. Hello. Hello, Wolf Dude, how are you doing? Happy full moon, Charlotte and Wolf Dude. Oh, no, Wolf Dude, are you Nathan? Am I remembering the names? Quite a lot for me to remember the screen name and the name, but I think you're Nathan. Happy full moon and 10:10. Sat on my phone in the kitchen waiting for the oven. Oh, love it. And here I am, just guiding you through cooking the tea. I had my tea because I thought, well, if I sit there for 3 hours, I want to eat first. Nathan, yeah, I got it right. Hello. Well, I hope you're having a wonderful full moon, you too. I'm feeling really great today, and I wasn't feeling too great the other day. So, but this is this full moon, you know, it's like full moon in Aries is inner child, which can go good or bad, you know, it can be fun or it can be inner child wounds, you know, yay, fun. But and it's playful and it's very fiery and it's very passionate. Remember, Aries is also anger, war, aggression. Full moons accentuate, amplify whatever is going on. Oh my god, we're smoking us out here. Shit, and the door's like there's no fucking window. Guys, wait a minute. We need to open the door. There we go. That's fine. The windows are open in the living room. It's like that's a wee bit. They're gonna think I'm smoking something in here. I'm just the stage, guys. Don't worry. I'm stood here. Transmute any negative vibes going on with you two. Right. Hopefully there isn't. That was a joke. Right. It's just anything you've picked up from anywhere else. You'll hear the chat in a minute. So just saying to the neighbours, right. I do all of this before I come on, but we must need extra. So yeah, this is just sending that to anybody watching that's sending negative energy to me or to anyone that's a part of the team. You need it. We're sending you love. We're not sending you anything but love because you need it. Right, okay, yeah, what was I saying? Because this full moon was conjunct Chiron in Aries, that is, you know, Chiron is the wounded healer. So wherever Chiron is in your chart, it will be where you've experienced a lot of difficulty or pain, but you may be at the stage where you're able to transmute that pain, turn the pain into power and use it to help others, help yourself and help others. Or you may still really be in, I would call it like you're stuck in that wounding. I know that would apply to lots of people as well. I would like to be biased and say not people that tune in regularly because we like to work on ourselves, but that would be a little bit egotistical. But then again, that would be Aries as well. See what I've done there? So it's like, you know, it's good to love yourself and it's good to be confident and assertive. But if you go too much into that, you could go OTT on it. Do you know what I mean? But it's kind of like, you know, it's like why whenever I always use this speech, but it's true. It's like if anybody that is doing any kind of spiritual healing or any kind of healing and they're like, oh, I haven't got an ego, I transcended my ego long ago, I'm just pure soul and I'm an enlightened monk, and it's like click, bye, goodbye. No, it's like I say all the time, some of the most enlightened genuine people that I come across is people that have literally just grabbed the phone and they're raw and real, because that's exactly how I am all the time. You know, and it's because Aries anything is raw and real. So not so much the enlightened bit, because then I was just falling into what I was just saying, don't be. But what I'm saying is, it's just people that are just themselves. And if you're just yourselves, you're more closer to whatever you're trying to attain than not. You know, but when you're, so I'm just going with this. It's really just that. If people are claiming they haven't got an ego, I would feel sorry for them because they would be boring as fuck, right? Your ego is your personality. It's how you look. It's being bothered about how you look. If you're overly bothered about how you look all the time, two in your ego. I'm sure we know everyone like that. Someone like that, or you've been like that at times. Like I say, I go more like that on certain moons. I seem to be more like that. Well, actually, I just seem to make more of an effort on an Aries moon. So yeah, right now I've got makeup on. I've actually done my hair. I've had a shower. Like I tend to be more like that in an Aries moon because it's in the house of Leo. Leo likes to look good. See what I've done there? Venus is about beauty. So it would make sense that I would want to look better on an Aries moon than any other moon. And then also a Leo moon, I've noticed I like to make an effort as well. And occasionally a Libra, but really just for me, it's like 4 days out of a month that I'll actually want to make a bit more of an effort. I'm kind of have to kind of have been serious. But do you know what I'm saying? So like that will be the same for a lot of yous out there too. And you might not even realise it. Sorry, I'm going to read the comments a minute. I'm just sort of going with this because there was a lot of energy building in me, a lot of I get very anxious, I feel it in my heart and stuff. And again, it's just really weird because I didn't really think I was going to be doing as many lives as what they kind of occasionally are popping me on to do, but I'm just going with it. Again, Aries is about facing your fear, so it's really I go one of two ways. I either will be on the lives more than what I thought it was going to be because I'm just following my heart and following what I'm guided to do, or I'll go into hermit mode. Like, so for instance, anyone that either private mailed me on Facebook, which I don't talk to many people on that at all. I don't, sometimes I'm not on it for like a day or like a days or week or a week, not weeks, so it would be about a week. And that's what I was guided to do there. I literally only just, I think I just responded to everyone on that now. And it was because I was just completely guided to protect my energy, more so than usual. And I know why, because I just channeled a message for the my paid content, which again is only a small handful of people right now. And if you are interested in joining that, like, look, just email the soulfamwolfpack@gmail.com and it will be my assistant or me that reply to you. And there's no pressure. If it doesn't suit your what you either can afford or what you thought was going to be, then that's it. Do you know what I mean? It's fine, but just inquire there, because otherwise I get caught up in all the housework and I can't be bothered, and my assistant can't help tonight anyway. But what I will say is I'll share the cards I pulled and I was like, wow. So what on the kind of one of the higher tiers, what it's going to be is it's going to be a monthly channeled pre-recorded video, right? Because I'm being guided to not do any kind of live group things right now, unless I decide to do a public live group event, which I will do now and again. But anyway, protecting the energy kind of thing. But what this one ended up being, so I never know whether it's going to be some type of like hypnosis, whether it's going to be mainly about the cards, or whether it's going to be a shamanic journey or a meditation or a wee bit of all of it, because everything I do is a wee bit of all of it, but it's always light code activation. So basically I just know because it's this 10-10 portal. Sorry, I'm talking really fast, but I can't stop. I knew it was going to be powerful. But I didn't, like, the cards that came out, I was like, wow. And it made, I'm being really dramatic now, right? But remember, my Venus and Aries is in the house of Leo, so it's like, hello, ta-da. It gets your attention. When I'm more dramatic, it's like, I'm not mean it. It's just like, hello. They know when to put me on, because believe me, I'm not always like this. Like, not always like this. Thank God. I'd be annoying as fuck. Right. So, like, I'd annoy myself. I do annoy myself sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Just being serious. Right. So a lot of the time I just like to not talk. But basically, the cards that came out, I was like, whoa. And it made sense why there's only a few people that are meant to have access to what came through, the combination. And I'm just going to be honest, it is because of the darker energies and entities that don't want powerful people rising in their power, either alone, divine feminine, divine masculine, alone, and definitely not together. So this message was very powerful and encouraging, but I would just say as well, accurate. So, that doesn't necessarily mean like la-di-da-di-da, skipping down the path, happy ever after. It wasn't really that either. It was just accurate for where things are at, is how I'm going to say. But the cards I did pull and they honestly, they leapt out. So I'm sharing this because maybe further down, much further down the line, if I'm guided to, I may release that to public. But I'm talking like that might be a year from now, like 10-10 next year. But for now, it just feels like, that's meant to be whoever's guided towards it and who's got access to it right now. And yeah, And again, it's to protect. I feel that, you know, that's why I've been guided to do that. Because again, I'm just being really honest here. It's not as if that's quids in. Do you know what I mean? I've got like a handful of people on it right now, which I am grateful for, but it's not as if I've got like, you know, 1,000 subscribers right now, and there's a, you know, you could do the fucking maths. Do you know what I mean? I've got 377 right now. But at the same time, I have had people that have been connected to me for like 7-8 years that really trust me. So, you know, it depends which way you look at it. It's anyway, bloody blah. And what I'm trying to say is it's more just about what I'm being guided to do and what feels good. This leapt out, so you will see that at some point if I ever publish it, right? Which I don't know, so don't hold out for that. Healing the masculine, Osiris rises. Bear in mind that this is what I'm here to do. I'm here to heal and empower your divine feminine, your divine masculine within you, but I'm also here to heal and empower the twins individually so that they can come together physically, not energetically, not 5D, not 9D, not dancing about in a fantasy, never bringing it into reality because you're scared if it goes wrong, at least I can keep it here and it's real. And if I make it real and it goes tits up, I'm just not even going to have that anymore. No, none of that. To bring it about in real life, physical life, which I know is like, you know, that's why a lot of the time we like to float about in the higher dimensions. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, it's scary down there and everything's gone to shit. But yeah, basically, but remember, this is who I'm here to heal, regardless of your gender, is the fear, doubt, and worry that has been, oh my God, I don't even know what word I was going to use there, just like pelted at you. It's been pelted at divine feminine, at divine masculine. Divine feminines tend to be able to handle that slightly better because we're very trusting. We take action without knowing what's going to happen. Me being a very good example when I'm doing the YouTube lives. Before it would have been when I done Instagram lives, or more of the time with me it was Facebook lives, never knew what the fuck was going to happen. Sometimes I'd have some kind of idea, but it's like when I do a live Zoom session with someone, I don't have an agenda. My agenda is, if I have one, is for you to get what you need most in that moment, in that hour, and it is an hour now, by the way. But again, because you know, I go with the flow, and it's like, that's why my prices are higher now. If I do go a little bit over that, say, you know, it ends up being 90 minutes or 2 hours, I don't mind, because it feels fair now. But again, it's because then I can dig into my toolbox. Anyway, blah. Healing the divine masculine, Osiris rises. So that can mean whatever it means to you. It's about you putting up your boundaries where you need to, you say no where you need to, you being the loyal, sacred, divine masculine within you. And it means whoever it is, your divine masculine out there, whether this is, so that's confusing. If this is your divine masculine twin flame out there, in theory, they will start doing that for themselves in different areas of their life, not necessarily towards you right away, which is what you do have to take that on board. But for some people, that is already happening. Like I say all the time, I do actually help soul family that are together, like married twins that have been going out, twins have just met, that it's like they've been married for 10 years. Like there's a, you know, a variety of people. And there's also the same theme about energies trying to keep them apart, by the way. And again, this is what a lot of my sessions are, is opening somebody's eyes to where that could be going on. So that's why I get a lot of shit directed at me. So when I disappear for a long time, I'm clearing my energy and protecting my energy. So anyway, triumph of the goddess, spirit of Isis. So again, guys, I'm not going to go into the whole story of Isis and Osiris, but possibly one of the most, if not the most infamous twin flame duo, one of them, Isis and Osiris, both leapt out the deck together. Okay, and there's a lot of cards in that deck. Triumph of the goddess and healing the divine masculine. So that's what's going on. That's what's going on. And yeah, and anyway, right, so we'll put them down there. And right, now I'll just slow down a bit and read some of the comments. And so right, what I was going to do on here is, if people, so there's two things. So what do I need to remember? I've got loads of energy because I always have an Aries energy. I can do a 5-minute card for you, and I was specifically going to use ones. I've got ones that I want to read from the book tonight, if I can find them. Oh, they're down there. I was going to, yeah, I'll read one, but I'll pick one where it's like I read a message from the book to give you a bit more detail, and whatever comes in, you know, when I'm holding it. So there's that. And then if you want to, so sorry, this is going to be so confusing, but I'll just try and explain it. Right, so press it once if you want a 5-minute message and let me know, right? Because you could also donate tonight, and I will include you in the distance healing that I'm going to be doing at 10 o'clock UK time tonight, which is precisely roughly about, well, it's 3 hours and 59 minutes if we're being exact right now. Or actually, it's actually just over 4 hours. That clock's telling me one time, this clock's telling me another. In fact, wait a minute, what the hell? Is that clock? Wait a minute, what the hell's going on here? Oh my God, do. What time actually is it? That one says 6 o'clock and this one says 6:30. Oh my God, it's 6:30. Why are you lying to me? Why are you doing this? I don't know, I'm channeling something, by the way. Right, what the fuck? Is this completely stopped? No, it's still going. Some fucker's been fucking holding me back 30 minutes. Who knows what could have happened in that? Sorry. Right, let's sort this shit out. Time doesn't exist, but at the same time, I am Aries sun in the house of Virgo, right? I like routine and shit like that. It makes me a bit nervous. I'm like, what? I'm just really weird. I mean, full stop. But it's like, I love the Aries spontaneity, but I'd also, you know, I want to know what fucking time it is. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes that's fine. We've sorted it. It's all good. Jeez. Right. Well, what was I saying? I do distance healing once a fortnight on one of the higher tiers there as well. And so, like, the people that are part of that are still in it. And it's so funny because I think some of them even missed that we're doing that. But it's like, so I'm telling you now, if you watch this, but I did say, like, I did send a message to say to people too, or I put a wee video after I'd done it as well. But I'm going to be, sending out just for 30 minutes, a bit longer if I'm guided, but I'm going to be doing a shamanic journey, but again, it's distance. So I will be lying down doing that myself. But I did get quite specific things for each of the people that are in that. And then I'll probably do the same. After I finish tonight, I'll kind of sleepily in a wee trance, just do a wee 10-minute video or 5-minute video or whatever, to just say what came up, because it might be helpful to other people as well, just generally. So yeah, if people want to be a part of that distance healing, and if you want a message, if you press the donating button twice, which will be £20, then I will do you a card when I'm on here just now, and then I'll also include you in the distance healing, right? Now, again, this is healing too. So if you don't feel guided to get that, obviously nobody needs to do that. It's just if you feel a strong pull to. A bit like if you don't get guided to join the platform at any level, maybe you're just not meant to. You'll trust, and I think it's going to be there. It's going to be there for a while. I might change the platform it's on if I don't like this one, because the way that I'm doing it anyway, it's all kind of. Yeah, anyway, you can just, I'm going to put that in now, Charlotte. I'm just sort of saying it. But yeah, equally, if for any reason someone wants to be a part of the distance healing but not get a message, then let me know, because I need to know what the tenor's for. Is it for the card or is it for the healers? Do you know what I'm saying? So sorry and if you do 20 bit, then I'll just know you want to be a part of both. But let me know. Let me know in the comments. Right, so right, I'll put that in now if it's going to fit. Right, so where the fuck have I put it? Here it is. Right, so this is the problem we have, whether this fits or not. What else was I going to say? That could confuse matters even more. Right, just to confuse matters even more. The first tier. What is the first? Oh my God, I really should have checked this before. Yeah, I'll check that after. Should you email my assistant, and like I say, it'll either be her or it'll be me that gets back to you right now. And you want to join one of the lower tiers or the higher tiers, and you donate tonight for the, only if it's the lower one actually, then that can count as your monthly payment, and I'll just start it up from a month from now. I'll just get you to hit the subscribe button, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't remember what exactly I've set that. I think I've actually set it a bit more, but I don't mind missing out if you, because again, the point is, it's like, I appreciate that you're supporting me, because the lowest tier is, it's, that is a prayer list, because you've seen when I pray for people, literally it's quick, right? And like, people actually feel it, is what I'm saying. I'm not just fucking saying it. But it's also just about supporting my work for the collective, which, if you feel guided and you can, is much appreciated. So that's what that tier is all about. And then the second, and anyway, that's what you can email, because it just gets too confusing for me to explain all of that. That's what I mean. It's not my strong point. That's why I need a team around me. Oh yes, it all fits. Right. So hopefully, and I'm building that. I am building it. Build us and they will come. Right. So 10-10, 5-minute message, £10, right? Clear. And group distance healing, if you want to be included to that tonight. And by the way, if you take part in it, well, that looks quite good on the computer, and it's all different emojis. Then drink loads of water, get loads of sleep. Your dreams could be pretty extra wild. I think actually watching after anything that I do, especially a day like this, it is. And like I say, if you've been connected to me from the Facebook days, then you know that. Hopefully you will have seen people saying in my membership girls and that it's, they feel the shift. Or when you took part in the 5-day free challenge, I mean, that was crazy how much that, oh shit. Oh God, it's helpful when we press the charger on at the wall when we plug something in, isn't it? But it's fine. I've done it now. The phone's turned off. At least I got that in. Did I pin it though? Yes. Right, blah, blah, blah. So I will just, link isn't going direct to your coffee page. Is it not? What do you mean? Let me just, oh my God, Charlotte, thanks for, Neil, it is. Why the fuck's it doing that? Oh no, where have I went? Uh-oh, did I just, guys, I don't know if I just clicked off the YouTube. Shit. Oh no, it's not Mercury. See, this is still the Mercury retrograde shadow. Wait a minute, I think I'll still be live, but I need to get the YouTube. Yes, I am still. Yeah, I'm still there. Fuck's sake, man. Right, hang on, guys. Hang on. Okay, this is the joys of fucking live entertainment. I mean, I'm sure I am that category on YouTube. Entertainment, fucking certainly am. Jesus Christ, not an act either. This really is me. It really is fucking me. Again, I'm embodying, 6 retrogrades everyone's fucking moaning about. I live with it, right? So the retrogrades might be fucking going over, but it's not over for me. It's fucking my life. Yes, I'm very grateful that I see the world that many people don't see it the way I'm fucking, can be a pain in the arse sometimes too, but I wouldn't want to be any other way. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to be any other way than exactly as I am. Maybe a little bit more organised, but hey, we can always try. Come on, phone, hurry up. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe it didn't copy and paste like the last sort of bit or something. I don't know. Why did you do that? I'm going to do it on my phone and see what it does. What? It's doing it on my phone. Maybe I didn't. What the fuck? It's doing it on my fucking phone. Right, wait, this is not on. I'm going to go. Let's see, it's doing it on my phone, but it's doing the same as what you said. I'm telling you, it's the fucking... Sorry, I nearly said it. It's the people that want to cause difficulty. Right, sorry. Sorry, not saying sorry for that, actually. No, not sorry for that. Sorry, not sorry. It's got dots after your name. Try taking them off. Let's see what it does now. Oh, for fuck, what's it doing now? I think that second one, that second one works. Fuck knows what happened there. Right, so, but wait, that's just going to confuse, right, this is just like, I know what to do. What I need to do is, good lordy, I need to, but that's, oh no. I don't know why. Right, wait a minute. I'll post that again and I'll delete it. Thanks for that, Charlotte. You unofficially came to help me. You're a saint. Right, but I think that looks the same as what I've done before. Let's copy and paste this one and see if it does the same thing. Oh, it actually comes up and says replace pinned message. Oh, no, why is it doing that? What's the difference? Motherfucking fuck. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Why the hell is... Do you know what? Let's just fucking... Oh, God, I am taking that away. And I'm going to take all that shit away as well, because that's just going to confuse people, right? And I'm just going to replace pinned message. I'm just going to have to tell people. So I'm just going to have to repeat the same fucking thing. But, right, wait a minute. Or I can put that. See, they're just, listen, look how calm I stayed. I got a little bit irritated, but do you know what I mean? We're all only human. It's like, this is how I am in a crisis. Like when my niece was driving me fucking nuts yesterday. The two of them. One of them's got Venus in Aries, another one has got an Aries moon. I haven't been in touch with my sister tonight to see how the night went, but I very much suspect that was not fun. Right, okay. So thank you very much for that, Charlotte, for alerting me to that, because I wouldn't have known. So, and thank you for the donation as well. And wait a minute, right, what was I going to do there? Right, Charlotte, so you want to do both then, is that right? Love it. Right. Right, let's just do yours just now, Charlotte, and then I'll do the collective. Right, so what was I going to use? Right. I've missed a bit while I was off, did reading and Soul Fam is on it. Oh, right. Oh, God. Charlotte, you're really fucking clever. You're really clever. That's like, so that's what it was. So I made it 11. I couldn't remember. Right. So thank you very much. So you have joined the, yes, the Soul Family one. Right. So yeah, actually, yeah. So that's so oh my God, so I was getting confused with the other one. That's just to confuse matters even more. No, that isn't confusing matters. Yeah. So it means that like, so you've joined the monthly one for that tier. So that's the prayer list and everything and supporting the work. Yeah. So what it means is that is your, yeah, that. And then, right, so what that actually means then, so this is, yeah, that was just a bit for my brain to work out. So that other £10 then, that is for distant healing tonight. Do you know what I mean? And then other people, I do the distance healing on the middle tier. But tonight I was guided if anyone wants to have the distance healing, because then, you know what I mean? Then you can see how you feel after it. And then if you want to bump it up to the other one next month, you can. You know what I mean? So hopefully, okay, that's one where just email me. Right. So, right. Thank you, Charlotte, because I don't know when I'm doing this live, but I check after. So no, thank you. Right. And thank you for helping me with that. Right. Brilliant. Okay. So what I'm being guided to do, right, is I've got these 3 specific decks. So, and again, I've set the timer, I'm putting it to 10 minutes, right? Because I know it says 5-minute message, but I'm a Sag moon, right? And I'm not in a rush because I've had my tea. And I'd just like it to be Taurus moon, actually. So, but because Taurus moon's very chilled and slowing down. And what are we tomorrow? Tuesday. Tuesdays used to be my busiest day, but it's not so much busy with live clients. It's just me fitting in recorded readings and healings, distance healings with people when I can. So yeah, so it's not too bad. Right, so I'm going to do a shadowy card first, right? So I've got the Oracle of Shadows and Light. So I want to know what comes out there. So wait a minute, we're going to tune in to Charlotte and any kind of twin flame shizzle that wants to come up as well. We'll see with that, because I'm going to use the Oracle of the Rose, I think it's called. I'm going to use that one too. And then I'm going to use another one. I can't remember the name. So, and if you want me to use the wordy ones, they're about. I'm sure I can find them. And then we'll just see where we go from that. Right. So, but no, I'm glad somebody got involved there, because sometimes when I come on and offer that, nobody's needing it or feeling it. And so at least, even if it's just you, Charlotte, then I know I was pulled on here for a reason. Right. So, listen, I can feel some activity in my sacral chakra. Yes. What I mean is, it's like at the front of my womb space there. I felt a little bubbly feeling. So it's either healing around the sacral, or it was like excited energy. It was something. Aries, right? Okay. So, so this is not my sacral chakra. This is Charlotte's, because I'm tuning into Charlotte. So. Right, so what do we need to know? Shadow work first. I bought the Oracle of the... Oh, there you go then. Wow, so then you can actually see if you get the same card. I pulled the Sacred Masculine today. Not literally. I wouldn't be telling you if that happened. And it would only be a Sacred Masculine if I was pulling anyone, let me tell you. Don't just get near me that isn't a Sacred Masculine, even if it wasn't my Sacred Masculine. Sorry, but that was funny. Right, so, oh dear, goddess mode. Right, so as I've got this card staring at me, moving on, the Six of Swords is moving on, seriously. They've certainly moved on together. Right, so what do we need to know for Charlotte? Oh God. Right. Marie Masquerade, glamour, intrigue, drama. Oh shit, Charlotte, I wonder with me, nothing's ever a coincidence. I wonder, breaking dawn, there's that saying. Ah, interesting. Are you a fan of the Twilight movies? Because I know that this has come out. I can't even fucking remember what one that is. Is that the second, the third, the fourth? How many is there? Violet, look at this, right? When that came out before, I felt that was like karmic energy. So I wonder if right away, this is who may be standing in the way of your union. Whether that is like a romantic connection of your twin flame, or an ex-romantic, or an angry family member, or a friend, you know, she's holding a mask. Or of course, it could be someone around you wearing a mask, and you're starting to see who it is. Let's see. Right, so, and then we've got Violet Angel Breaking Dawn is on the bottom. She doesn't look too happy either. Right, so. Oh, fuck. Right, so I'm just trying to make these not all fall over and stuff. Right, so. Oh, have you not seen any of the Twilight? Charlotte, you'd love them. Because they're a bit, I thought that. It was just something I wasn't led to. And then when I watched it, I was like, oh, holy shit, man. It's definitely like with a whole sort of, you know, when you take away fucking vampires and I mean, obviously I'm wolf medicine though, so I did get that. It's kind of like, they drew me the wolf when I said that. The intensity of the love is twin flames, you know, and it's, yeah, because you know what I mean? She sacrifices her, well, actually, I'm just telling you what happens to her, but she sacrifices her life of being one way to move on to another. That's my deep analysis of the Twilight movies. But oh, that lighter's dying a little bit. Right. Okay, so Marie Masquerade, glamour, intrigue, drama. Marie is very much like the famed Queen of France, Marie Antoinette. She's stylish and delightful, always finding new and fascinatingly creative ways to amuse herself. Wherever she is, there's a decadence and style, truly glamorous moments and lavish entertainments. But even she knows she is simply amusing herself, as as that there is a hole at the center of her being where she wishes she were loved for who she truly is and could rely only on her talent and style to express herself and not to be judged for this. To be her friend is no problem at all, as long as you remain truly yourself. That's very Aries, by the way. Only being with her has somehow made you wish to be more like her. Look beneath the mask and the beauty and the exquisite stylings and see into her heart. Be her friend and be her companion, but never forget who you are and what is important to you. So yeah, already it's like I am getting this kind of feeling of it's wait a minute, I'm going to dig into that a little bit more when I read the rest. Someone is about to invite, it is. I was about to say that. It's like some kind of friend or acquaintance around you, and I know that you go to group things now and again, and it is kind of like, it's just basically something like, I don't know if it might even be somebody that, if you, I know you're more private about that, but if you ever kind of get in a conversation about twin flames or you being a twin flame, or again, because I did mention, I wonder if that's got something to do with your actual twin flame. It could even be when you'd mentioned before about just anyone that kind of sort of says something to sort of plant the seed of doubt into your experience. It's something like that. It might not even be directly about the twin flame journey. It's just about something that is important to you. And it's basically what they're saying to me. It's a test for you to trust your own knowing and your own feeling. So this could even be something that with any other area of life, like work or something. We'll see when I read this bit. Someone is about to invite you to be involved in something very intriguing, and this person will ask you in ways that are ever so charming, so the temptation will be ever so strong. Because this person is beautiful and talented and powerful, you're flattered. But the truth is, you run the risk of paying a very high price for this brush with fame or glory. Be sure that the politics and the intrigues are ones you truly wish for in your life, because there's often a sacrifice. That's really interesting. That's creepy. But I said about sacrifice in the twilight. And then there's something in this. So we'll be putting more on that fucking timer to dig into this. That's what I mean. The smart people know, if I stick to 5 minutes, that's a fucking miracle. Do you know what I mean? You're going to get fucking £10 worth of fucking 45 minutes or something. I'm joking. 20 minutes from I don't know. It depends if anyone else wants one. Do you know what I mean? If I'm having fun. So it's just about the energy exchange for me, isn't it? So because there's often a sacrifice that must be made and many consequences are currently hidden from you. It is tempting, no doubt, but it may not be within your best interest to pursue this strange, slightly tainted offer that will be made. Yeah, so again, it may have happened already. My feeling is it hasn't happened yet, and it's just a bit of it's for you to sort of slow down, and especially because I know that you are Pisces as well. Pisces are very psychic, they're very spiritual. But it can be as well that, and did you say you've got Mercury in Aries? It's like, it could even be like, I'm getting this feeling of like, you might agree to something really quickly because Aries is like, quick, that's how you communicate. But then afterwards, you're like, oh, actually, I don't know if I do want to do this. So it's about remembering to slow down, really tune in, take that time away before agreeing to something. It's almost like the still in the energy of Mercury retrograde is what I'm feeling, because we are in the post shadow. Right, so there is gossip and intrigue around a person you admire or wish to be like in some way. This person has need of a true friend and not the need of an admirer. This card can come up when you experience jealousy and envy of those you feel undeservingly more successful and beloved than you are. So remember, I did feel this was a person around your person. So if none of this resonates with you, just again, tune in. The message is to focus on your own hard work and to create your own style. If you are the subject of such gossip, know that you cannot control what is said about you. Live your life and move through this with grace. Guys, can I just say that this is absolutely categorically going to resonate for more than just Charlotte? 100%. From what I've been seeing coming up with clients and experiencing this journey. When Marie Masquerade comes up, there are some people around who want to befriend another, but simply for their influence. It is not coming from the heart, and despite her beauty and success, anyone in Marie's position needs true friends. Look inside and see if you have attempted to network instead of befriend. Know the difference. Do not keep false friends, fair weather friends. I mean, sorry, is anyone sick of these messages coming through about fake friends? I mean, people are just going to think that's like literally all I do is warn people about fake friends. But I have had a lot of experience and helping people with that, and it fucking happening to me. Out of the blue, I might add. But It's not for a while, but listen, be humble, like I always say. It's kind of like, do you mean it's just what keeps coming through? It is what keeps coming through. So be true to your own vision as opposed to what is currently fashionable and considered desirable. Create and rather than following. What I'm getting at is two things. I do feel that as a person around your person, but for you, it is where somebody might be trying to give you advice about how to do something. But it's kind of like when I've channeled that to you before, either in something like this or one-to-one, about it's like, it's like I want to say, you don't be swayed to do it the way somebody else thinks would suit your business. It's like, what will be the right way for you, as I get drawn to sacred creators, is the way that you're guided to do it. I feel that's going to hit home with whatever that is about. Right, so 20 feet, and again, maybe not right now if you don't know, if it's not happened yet. What is this bit? With fresh hope after a difficult time, something new breaks through and shows evidence of its approach, and with it, your new reality. You have good reason to feel optimistic, cheerful, and like something has changed on a permanent basis. I feel it's like this is about jumping at, this is really dramatic, but I feel this is about like, I feel a lot of us have just jumped the timeline actually, like 100%. I feel that's why that is about moving on. An area of life that resonates with. For some people, it's about wherever you've been pouring out so much, like so much love or too much love. And definitely if that is with a twin flame, it's about you focus, I said that funny, but you focusing on you and what makes you happy and detaching, you know, like really detaching, but still praying and wishing that person well, but detaching and focus on you if the physical person isn't in your physical life. But again, remember, it's not in a fuck them way, it's just focus on you. The people that need to hear that, that'll land with. For others, it is lucky you. It will be moving on with your twin flame, starting anew, drawing a line in the sand and moving forwards, because the Six of Swords is about moving on. And for other people, it is about moving on from karmic energy. So see, it doesn't matter your divine feminine, divine masculine, it's wherever you're at on your journey, moving on from very egotistical, you know, very kind of drama, people that kind of make out they're your friend and they're not really, kind of all that kind of shit. Remember that today's message that I channeled at the weekend was painful endings. You know what I mean? 10-10 is endings. So it's like painful endings are happening for many twins. But then after an ending comes a beginning, and it's just a bit of a mixed bag with what everyone's going through. And you might even feel you're in a painful ending bit and you don't actually see something that's coming, that's breaking dot, you know, that something positive is on the horizon. But something positive is always on the horizon. It just might not be what you want, you know, when you're trying to control the way things happen. You're on the verge of a new day, and it is these delicate and faint beginnings that something strong and bright will come. Do not wish it to hurry up to the brightest part of the day. Enjoy this tender new birth of time, which you've long hoped for. Gratitude, that is a key word for today. Gratitude and awakenings, early rising, and trying new things are all on the agenda when this beautiful violet angel of spiritual new awakenings flies into your life. Again, this actually really feels like, remember, I channel with Saint Germain and the violet flame with everything that I do. So even again, it's like, this could even just be them saying this message that's coming to you now, because again, it gets draining when I'm always warning people about the false energies around them, but somebody has to do it, and I get used to do it. So, and so do many other people, but they always have my empathy because it's fucking draining. So we're going to transmute that with some of this shit. Right, so now I'm going to use one of these cards. So trusting in myself is what was going on Friday, Saturday. Absolutely slowed down. I had a niggle about someone and dropped them out my group. Not sure if I've got everyone here. Oh, wow. Oh my God, I'm so glad I looked up and it. Right, yeah. Well, no, you were absolutely right there. Absolutely, because I felt it was a group thing. And you were right. Spot on about absolutely guided to do it my way and not the way someone else. So I'm wondering, right, again, you don't need to say, but see if it was somebody trying to tell, I don't know, just having too much of an opinion about the way how you do something. Because speaking from past experience when that's happened to me, yeah, it had to get to the point with me where actually it was like, why the fuck am I letting this person tell me how to do my stuff? If you don't like it, fuck off. Do you know what I mean? But actually, what's ended up happening, because that's happened, what's ended up happening when that's it, whenever that's happened in the past, which is a while ago now, long enough ago now, it's actually the person ended up digging their own grave. You know what I mean? Like they reveal themselves for who they are. Because you've got to tread quite carefully with folk like that. And that's, oh God, this is talking about work stuff, but this is actually very relevant for twin flames, both twin flames, because it's like, it's kind of like, you know, if you felt there was someone around your twin flame that wasn't to be trusted, you could go and you could try to tell them if you're in a, I don't know, if you had that kind of relationship, friendship, what was it? It wouldn't be a relationship if it was, but whatever. If you had that kind of connection with them, friendship, you could try to tell them. But especially if there's a romantic thing going on there, they're just going to think you're gel and, you know, being bitter. So a lot of the times with that, unfortunately, you've got to let it play out and let them find out for themselves. And I can see how that would fit with friends too. I think we can all think of where we saw that a friend is hanging out with another friend that's not to be trusted, or I don't know, anyone in their life, like romantically, when people are getting involved with what we might think is the wrong person, and it absolutely is the wrong person. Sometimes, you know, sometimes people can redeem themselves and they can, you know, it ends up being a right. The point is, whether you're right or wrong, it doesn't really matter. It's not your life, and you've got to let people live out. It's their karma. This is what keeps coming through. It's people's karma. And if you get too involved, yeah, it'll slap you in the face. So fuck, yeah, I don't know if it's that deep, Charlotte, but that is what I'm saying. Is like, that was the right call, basically. That was the right call. Throat chakra. And not the way someone else said, was receiving my message to not be put in a box. Yes, good. That is work related. Yeah. Today's my 11-year wedding. 11-year wedding anniversary. Waiting to hear from the court about the next stage of my divorce being complete. Whoa, that's huge. How crazy is that? You're waiting on a completion, and 1010 is about completion. Wow. All the love for that. The opinion is from someone I've become close to. That's difficult. And I trust her. But I have to remember we're on very different parts of the journey, so not to let her stuff get in my head. Wow. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Especially because you primarily show up as divine masculine. So thank you for sharing that with me and in public, because that helps people that are the women that are primarily in divine masculine energy, and the guys, that this is what is going on around divine masculine energies. It's what's went on the whole time. And this is time's up for those folk. I don't know if you hear that a lot, not Charlotte though, because we're putting more on it. But do you know what I mean? It's like, that's why you've got to tread carefully, whether it's a friend or your twin flame, if you're even, you know, if you've even got that kind of thing going on where you talk to them. Many twins don't, because they just don't, because it's too intense. But yeah, it's, people will be revealing themselves, you know, you won't need to say a thing. But that's just where divine feminine's job is, to be compassionate and empathize, because again, like I always say, you will have been fucked over royally by people very close around you as well. It's just, it may have happened it just may have happened a while ago, and you'll have healed enough from it. They're pulling me at that. You are my twin flame. And again, the only, you know, this is quite interesting. This is actually, so I'm like deja vu. I already said something like this, but it was something I didn't publish. Yeah, but basically it is that kind of vibe. It's like the only person the divine feminine would put up with that kind of shit. The only person that, what am I trying to say? You would put up with shit coming your way if it was to do your twin flame, because it's the other half of your soul. But where I just don't want to encourage, if people are thinking someone's their twin flame and it's not, is taking all the shit from folk and it turns out it's not even your twin flame. You know what I mean? That's a bit shite. But even when it is your true twin flame, they may not be acting very divine, actually. You know, like anybody, you know, we can all just go off the off-beaten track and not want to do the work. So you've got to be, again, this is my Saturn and Scorpio talking, because that's my first house, and Mars actually. It's like you've got to take action, to focus on yourself, and then that teaches your twin flame to put their boundaries up and focus on themselves as well, where they need to, because both twins need to. Right, so what else so what I'm trying to say is that feels like you've done exactly, I think that was confirmation for you, Charlotte, that's so crazy. So was it, like, when you say about the journey, was it your work journey or twin flame, do you mind me asking? Because it would make sense for either, but it's, so you know how, like, so see when people get personal readings with me, right, when I very first started out, I noticed that sometimes I would like channel something, and I wouldn't even call it channeling when I first started it. It was like I basically would tell a story about something, and it would be about, I'd be explaining a work thing, but it was actually describing their love life or something that happened in childhood. But the way that they get me to mask what I'm saying is that I might not even know that, but they hear what they need to hear. And that's what really matters in this. Like, again, you know, I'm a medium and a shaman and all these other things, but that to me is the mediumship part of it. Is I'm not meant to understand. It's not my fucking message. It's nice when people let me know back, but you'll see that's why I don't look at what the person's saying until I've kind of finished saying it, because it can kind of distract me. But yeah, even that alone, what I've read there is that it's very hard, I've noticed, for divine masculine women or men, that it is often people that you really trust and you're really fond of, and you're like, yeah, there's no way this person would hold me back from my ultimate happiness, or there's no way this person would want to guide me to, you know, to hold me back on anything, or wouldn't want me to be the love of my life. But oh, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. I've shared many stories. I've shared many stories of my own personal journey, which again, all these situations would have happened years ago, but I can think of loads of times where, yeah, I was being so massively put off, or trying to be massively put off. And although I was taking on board what was being said to me, I was also just seeing the absolute jealousy and envy from people trying to put me on. Do you know what I mean? And like, oh wow, right, shit. And it's not necessarily because they want you, it's just they're envious of how much you want your twin flame, and that not everybody is a twin flame. So first of all, not everybody is a twin flame, so don't listen to people that fucking say that, or do if you want, but that's not the case, because not everyone could handle the painful journey. But also, it's just, if someone hasn't got that kind of love and that kind of unconditional love in their life, they will be jealous and envious, because who doesn't want that? Again, so lots of people won't want it, actually. Their souls wouldn't expose it, but you know what I mean? A lot of people do, and they haven't got it. Therefore, if they see that you're even close to getting close to that, you'd be surprised the unconscious ways, I might add. Like, I've had people in my life that they weren't conscious that they were trying to. Why are they pulling? That's weird. They're pulling me. That's like a pen. It's like what I've bought pens in, and I've put the packet in the thing, and they're just drawing me the word right. So there's something about a piece of writing for you here, Charlotte, or maybe something important someone's going to say to you soon. They're just pulling me in at the word right, and it's a wee letter. I'm going to have to show you what I'm looking at here. Oh yeah, look, it's these pens. Zebra, maybe. See, they're just pulling me in to write. But it's so that doesn't necessarily need to be about somebody who, like for Charlotte, I know right now anyway, unless something back, it's not somebody holding you back from true love. But again, this could be a heads up for that'll happen when you're closer to it. But it's if somebody sees you getting anywhere in life, climbing the ladder, unconsciously, if they feel stuck in their life, they will, yeah, they could hold you back from moving forward, as the message. See, that'll speak to a lot of other people too. Right, so I would say life in general, she's very in her masculine, and it shows, yeah, like I said the other day, so many people are, it's shown to me how much more balanced I am with my feminine when these moments happen. Yeah, well done for recognising. Hello, Michelle, how are you? Fucking A, you're live. Yes, I am live. And remember, you need to have that session. You've paid for it. I know it's like, you know I'm not going to go anywhere, but I'm just like, let me know when you want it. I know jealousy can be an issue for this person. Yeah, I mean, it can, and it can be an issue for some more than others. If it's somebody really doesn't feel like they're getting somewhere, it can really become a thing. You've got 20 what, but again, if it's starting to, like, if I get the feeling, like, again, if that was someone if it's like holding you back from being who you are, and again, you're a Pisces, like you guys are, sensitivity is a beautiful thing. Like, I'm very sensitive again, and loads of people miss that. I know the people, maybe not the 377 people that are subscribed right now, because some don't know me as well, but most of the people that I've chose to say subscribe, like, knows how sensitive I am. I've got a don't fuck with me side, but I'm very divine feminine, that's why I protect my boundaries fiercely when I'm guided to. But you are Pisces, you are the most psychic sign. So You really do have to be, you don't need to have everybody around you, and you don't need to be massively understanding if they're being a massive, you can put whatever word you want there, people. Right, so do you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, everyone has a shadow, but what I'm saying is I've learned from every walk of life, is what I'm going to say, that sometimes I've been so unbelievably compassionate to people that were being an absolute C word to me. I'm actually talking about business stuff right now. And then I had to get to the point where I'm like, why am I actually taking this like a massive punching bag? Like, fuck no, no thanks. Do you know what I mean? Like, so just, I think you really needed to hear that. So did everyone else. Fucking, yeah, spirit world clapping. That's right, grannies and granddads and everybody else. Right, so 21, world full circle. The world in the tarot, coming full circle, completion. I feel like you passed a test by making that decision, because I'm kind of saying it with humour, but I feel that wouldn't be easy for you to do that, Charlotte. You're very loving, you're very compassionate, because that is what Pisces is all about. And that's what I mean. You could take it to the point where it's making you so uncomfortable that you're like, fuck this. That's fine. Sometimes we all need to get to that fuck this moment, as long as you actually do get to that moment, because feel sorry for the people that keep the... You're like, again, some things are round. And you know what I mean? You don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. And we're going to keep channeling these messages to the people that keep taking the shit until they listen. Oh God, my throat done something. Great awakening. Didn't I say it? I feel you've jumped the timeline. And everybody that's going to be drawn to me, that's going to go along with these, we've all fucking jumped the timeline. I can't say the word. Let's see what fucking happens. Walk in your truth. Stand firm in your light. How can you trust yourself more? Fucking perfect. We don't need to read it from the book, but we're going to. The one behind it is a very similar picture, just a different. Look at this. This is actually beautiful. We've got a full moon. It is the full moon today. We're still in the full moon energy. We've got the 17th. So the 17th of October may be significant for an anniversary. That's quite funny that I just said. That is so interesting that I just said about grannies in the spirit world. That's actually my grandma's birthday. So again, that might be significant to anyone else out there. I don't, Charlotte, if it was you, it'd be really weird. But I mean, it's like, that's just sort of dawned on me there. And trust your faith, dive into the unfolding journey. What is your faith asking of you? But again, it's like, look at these two scenes. Amen for jumping off a timeline, fuck's sake. It's like, look, no, fuck off. I'll decide. How long have we been doing this? 20 minutes? I think 20 minutes. I think I said, I think this is, maybe it is going to be 45 minutes. Maybe they weren't joking when I said that, but it is what it is, right? It's the luck of the fucking draw. If you missed what I was saying, anyone that's watching, if you donate £10, then you can get a card for 5 minutes. It depends how many people are here. And if you want to be involved in, oh God, now I'm getting confused. Oh fuck, I'm getting so confused. If you want to be involved in the distance healing that I'm going to send tonight, then if you donate 20, then you can get a message tonight, and then I'll include you in the distance healing. The distance healing, just to confuse things even more, 19th will nearly close, see, with my mediumship side, the fact that someone's birthday that is in the mother line is 2 days after the date I said, I'll take it. I'll take it. But happy birthday, Charlotte's mum, on the 19th of October. Happy birthday, grandma in the spirit world. I know you're keeping me right. What's for you won't go past you, is what my grandma used to say. Even if it takes a very long fucking time. Right, so basically, plan, fuck it, let's go. Yep, it's plan, fuck it, let's go with something, because they're pulling me to my little wordy thing. Plan, fuck it, let's go. And that's this energy. Yeah, look at these scenes, Charlotte. It's like, look, it's like, to me, it's like you've went from one timeline to the next. It's like mountains and all that there, and then it's like desert. So it literally is like when I do a past life regression with someone. It's like you've went from one world into the next. And it is because you chose yourself. You didn't put someone else's needs before your own. Because Pisces can be guilty of that, you know what I mean? I've got to get back to the matrix. Have fun with that, Michelle. Email me. I'm actually just trying to think, did I? No, I put in a comment. I was going to email. I think I did. I emailed you the other day though, but I think I did put in a comment. Right, so 21, let's read this. Right. At this point in your spiritual journey, you're beginning to feel pulled. Oh my God, look at this, right? Or what fuck's sake? Just to back up what I said, right? Didn't know it was going to say this. I mean, that's nuts. Happens all the time if you're new, though, right? So you are beginning to feel pulled between your old life and the new life that's emerging. This is what I'm saying. The minute you decided to say bye-bye, as Michelle says bye-bye, to the person that was disrespecting you, you jumped the timeline. You jumped and you jumped even further into the new earth, you know. It's like rather than getting pulled in to, oh, this is what I've been taught to do. This is what the Matrix is taught me to do. Like, you know, I can see that they're being a bit of a, but I'm actually just going to take it because I'm a nice person. No. Stand up for yourself. Tell that person no nicely a few times. If they're not taking the no nicely, you might need to up it a gear or whatever, you know. Yeah. Right. So, or just remove, you know, like, and remove, block, whatever, you know what I mean? Right. So, but again, always try the other avenues first. But I mean, some people don't. I know some people are harsher than that. They'd be like, fucking delete, block, bye, see you. Right. So you have started to wake up to new possibilities, ideas, and even dreams. The real you has arrived and is emerging into all that you came to be. Let yourself grow by committing to standing in your truth. That's what this full moon's about. This means you honour your own path and stand proud in your own light. This is two different cards from two different decks saying the same thing. Everything you've been through is part of your growth and great awakening. You've been preparing for this. The path to wholeness, well-being, and enlightenment can be lonely if you're growing faster than those around you. And again, this is why people are falling away from your journey. All of us. This is Charlotte's message, but this is really speaking to everyone, or it should be. It's not that, and you could get gaslit, and you could be made, oh, you will be made to look by, if there's groups of people, gossipy people, they could be gathering together. And if you're the common denominator that's pulling away, you could look like the one that is the problem. Let's face it, that's what would make their egos feel better about it. But it's not that. It's that you're up leveling, you've got boundaries where probably people haven't got them at all, or not very good boundaries, codependent on one another and not wanting to rock the boat and people please. So they'll just go with the thing with the most people rather than going with the person that they know is right. Again, cannot stand that shit. But again, send these people love because it's not having the strength to speak up. And you can jump, listen, you can jump from one world to the other. It just takes every split decision. That's the point. Every split decision you make can change your life. So if you keep putting other people first, guess what? You're going to keep ending up in their world and you're just a lackey in their world. Sorry, that actually did come through, but that's quite accurate. Or you can choose to put yourself first. You know what I mean? So just be aware of that. My feeling is everybody that's going to be led to me and the messages I'm channeling, you're going to be made to look like the bad guy. Whether that's on the twin flame journey, and it could be karmic energies on the twin flame side making out that it's like, oh, they're the one that's causing all the trouble. They're the ones that's doing this. It's not me. When actually it'll be the other way around. And it'll be them causing the trouble, trying to make out like you're causing. That absolutely goes on with twin flames. And actually, it'll probably be more so with people that speak out about the journey. So I'm well aware of that. Again, don't focus your energy on that. Who cares? The real people will see you for who you really are, including your true twin flame. Again, if they aren't, are they? You know what I mean? They'll soon make something. That's the point. The real true twin flame will step forward when it's time, because they won't want you moving on with someone else doing that. You know what I mean? It's kind of, and this is what I mean, that you've got to have the courage and the bravery to be like that about the twin flame journey. You can be strong within, whether you're like me and you're kind of like, well, I'm not just going to move, like get under somebody to get over somebody, because that's not me. I've got Saturn and Scorpio, and you know, although Scorpio is the most sexual sign, Saturn's about long-term commitment and, you know, putting in the work. And it's like, I'm not willing to just, I don't want to do that to myself. So I can't force myself if I'm not there. But not everybody's got Saturn and Scorpio. So do you know what I mean? Some people may, you know, some people may take that option. I mean, no, I can't really see too many true twin flames doing that. And it depends where you're at on your earthly journey kind of thing. But the point is it's like, I do feel a lot of divine masculines are at that. Well, they are, because although Charlotte's a woman, Charlotte's in divine masculine energy. So this is, for the collective. Well, I know that's why I always say, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Will the real twin flame please stand up? Yeah, I've channeled that many times. It's true. You know what I mean? It's like your true twin flame will show themselves. Well, I was about to say when they're ready, but in some cases it might be before they're ready, because they will feel that it's like some people may be getting really fed up of like no nothing. Like, so not only will you have the betrayals and the fake friends and the frenemies and the dropping away like that, hopefully you have got genuine friends in your life as well. Some people don't, by the way. Some people don't. I'm very grateful that I do. And I've got people that I know wouldn't be revealed to be that. I mean, anyone that was revealed, I actually always had a feeling, to be honest. But it's kind of like, that can all get very grating. And I feel it's all for a reason, to get you to go back to choosing yourself. So it really depends on which. This is interesting. They made me use that card in the one for the higher tier. It's like that card is the Six of Swords about moving on. Now, to me, it's weird. I always see it as moving back too. So in some cases, it could be moving back towards a twin flame if that was relevant. But it could even be for past lives. For some people, it could be moving on from a twin flame just now because it's making you unhappy. And that would be good because you'd be choosing yourself. And ironically, it would cause your true twin flame to step up and be a divine masculine, because they wouldn't want you to move on. And in other ways, it's moving on like they're moving on. Twin flames together, moving on together. But there's a big sword in the background because it's like, oh shit, we need to protect ourselves because people don't like this. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a mixed bag. It's interesting, isn't it? Because you're like, oh, I don't know what fucking one I'm in, but I'm just going to prepare for all avenues. Right. So, right, where did we get to? So the path to wholeness, well-being and enlightenment can be lonely if you're growing faster than those around you, which is what is happening. This is a reminder that you're never alone and great love surrounds you at all times. Of course it does, and that's why you've been led here. The earth needs your light. Knowledge is ultimate power, and knowing your true self will set you free. State your desires, dreams, and intentions aloud to the universe. Then write it all down in a journal and give yourself time to reflect. Afterwards, be still and see what messages come to you. That's going to go off. I'm going to leave it and see when it goes. Trust the inspiration that comes and realize that this is all part of your awakening. Walk in your truth, stand proud in your sovereignty, keep on this path and trust the light within. Divine masculine, anything out there, that's Charlotte's, but that's for everyone that resonates with being divine masculine. And everyone's got divine masculine side, just to confuse matters. But if you could be a divine feminine, you know, you could be more divine feminine, but this is resonate with your masculine, or you could be, right, anyway, and genders, whatever. By saying yes to your life and your dreams, you push the entire planet into greater harmony. And the best part is you don't have to do anything but continue to be and honour yourself. But how hard is that when you could lose friends, you could lose family members, you could lose your fucking job if your boss was bullying you. That might be relevant to some folk. You could actually lose it all. And what I've noticed on the divine masculine journey for some divine masculines is that often does happen. Time's up. That bit's for the collective of divine masculine men, Charlotte. That's no you. And some women acting like that. So right, so observe the woman on this card. You too can root yourself in your inner knowing and connect to the earth's healing love. Walk barefoot on the grass or sand and ground yourself to the energy of Mother Earth. This divine connection can free you from the confines of the system, but you've done that by saying, see you later, lady, and give your innate permission to be who you are meant to be, someone who lives in their love and light. You're a beacon of beauty. Shine on. Fucking love that shit. Question to ask, how can I trust myself more? I feel you will be given huge confirmation if you've not already had that already, that was a good call. That was a very good call. And like I say, that was Charlotte's message, but in the 7-8 years, having crystal clear visions, and for however long I was doing lives, which would be slightly less, I don't know whether it would have been 6-7 years, whatever. Whenever I do someone's personal reading, it's always for more than just them. So everybody look out for where you're needing to remove somebody from your life. For Charlotte, it was removing from her sacred space that she has for other women, for Charlotte to feel safe to grow, and for other women to feel safe to grow. But that could go for anyone. Like, where in your life is somebody upsetting you is affecting how you're showing up? Don't keep yourself around that. I know it's easier said than done if it is people you're close to, but I feel this is the season we're in. We're being shown people's true colours. And you're not alone. That's why I share that this is what comes up with people time and time again. And it has done for years. Right, so what do we need from the Oracle of the Rose to diffuse a little bit of that? This is so funny because I said 45 minutes. I think I nearly fucking hit that. But right. Wait a minute. How? Yeah. Oh, no, I'm sure I put that on. Like, anyway. Right. So. Like you say, I do find it hard to bin people off, but I do not now because I know I need to. So proud of you. Exactly what happened to me with different friend completely gaslit. Yeah, you're made to feel like you're crazy or you're wrong. See, it's just, you'll get to a point where you don't even give people the opportunity to do that. And the minute they do, you'll start to see, right, okay, you're totally codependent and not getting it either, or you're afraid to speak up to people that are in bullying energy. Detached with no fucks given has proven to be exactly what I needed. Good. Right. So what does Charlotte need to know? Do you want to give us the lighter one? I mean, just give her what she needs to know. But oh look, what's this one? The second bloom, a second chance. It's never too late. New possibilities. So that was actually a way over there. So saying, right. So again, that might be for you, Charlotte, or it might be for anyone else that needed that. Right. So what does Charlotte need to know? Oh my God, I love it. I love it. The bud, potential promise. It's about to happen. Keep going. But I'm just laughing at the Pisces reading. You'll get that if you watch the Pisces. How funny was that, Charlotte? I was at the end of it and I was totally delirious. Or was it, no, I think it was Sagittarius. It was whenever I pulled one card was like, don't stop. And the other one was like, what did it say? It was don't stop. And that was it. Don't stop. And yes, I was like, I think we need to move on. Right. So that's what's happening there. She's probably like, hurry up. We're in public. Right. So the bud, I'll take a second bloom with yes. That's what that card feels about. Right. Second bloom as adults. Even better. Right. So the bud. The reunion. Just got pulled to the reunion as well. The return. The reunion, the return, it's all happening. Rapture, yep. Where's the actual card that I'm trying to find though? God, bud, is it near B? I mean, where is it? Try to find your twin flame on this journey. 66. But if you're trying to find a twin flame, that's the wrong thing. You focus on yourself, they'll find you. Right. A bud is an embryotic swelling on the stem of the rose that has the potential to develop into a flower, leaf, or shoot. In temperate climates, plants form resting buds that are resistant to the brutal frost, the bud of the promise of what's to come. Oh, I like that with you getting drawn to that other card. It's the physical manifestation of the seeds that we've been holding deep in the earth, nurturing, dreaming for the fertile void of winter, which is also divine feminine energy. So although I get in little digs now and again of the long cold winters and how long the twin flame journey can be for some people do not even get as long as others. Be grateful. That is divine feminine energy. And again, particularly I know with me, I am here to really hold and embody that divine feminine trust. And it's because of what I've went through on my own fucking journey, still going through. Now we find ourselves in the inner season of spring. The bud is beginning to realise what it was always destined to be, but it still requires tending in order to bloom one day soon. This is a card of encouragement, potential, excitement, and hope, because Charlotte removed the annoying wooing for her group. What? Okay. It invites you to keep facing your truth. And for anyone else, because you saw your worth and realised that that person is gaslighting the fuck out of you, making you feel less than, and then you're like, bye-bye, couldn't care less, you've been a friend for 20 years, bye, nobody gets to treat me like that. What? Sorry, couldn't care less, you're my granny, you're wrong, bye. That's a bit harsh, but it was funny. Probably relevant for some folk, I don't know. Right, so where did we get to? I was being such a smart ass. Right, so your effort has not gone unnoticed. Keep going. Someday soon, you'll begin to see this beautiful creation in the world of the union. The bud is connected with spring, the time when the upward energy of life is bursting on through. You may be seeing the first signs that things are beginning to come together. If you've been working on a project or have been dedicating yourself to ushering in some change in your life, you're being called to keep going and trust that what you've been working towards is happening. Keep tending your garden, and before the long, the bud will begin to unfold and bloom. What new buds are beckoning to bloom within you? We'll read the wild. Oh, look, we don't even need to read it. It's what I actually said throughout all the other messages. The wild rose. Do it your way. That's how this started. It always usually. Why am I seeing the word vagina jump out of me? I mean, I don't know if I've ever said that word on here, but it just came out of my mouth. It's not one that I like. Remember we were having that conversation. Anyway, it's fine. I don't know why it felt like it was more it did when I was doing the star signs. I feel like I've got more freedom all the time. Like some people could be watching all star signs, but it just felt like we had more freedom. Now I'm like, I said vagina. That's your fault, Charlotte. Very funny. Right, I pulled that for a client last week. All I saw was what one? Oh my god, this one, the bud. Yeah. Yeah, see where you come from. Yeah, see what she means. For your information, for you, just saw 37 on my phone. It might be. Oh yeah, well it's Well, soon it won't be so relevant to be seeing 36 all the time anyway. I always keep thinking that'd be so funny if I'd got that wrong, but I know I haven't because I've got loads of clients and friends around me there. Right, so thank you for sharing that. So do it your way. Embrace your uniqueness untamed. Right, so the wild rose. Right, so do it your way. If someone says that you're not normal, say thank you and fuck you. I added that bit on. If someone says, oh my god, and I started at the start saying I'm weird, and I'm weird and I love it. I love weird people. They're the best. If someone says that what you're doing isn't normal, say fuck you. Says naturally. The wild rose knows that no rose is the same as another. This is so weird because one of my clients sent me a message today about a flower. That sounds wrong. It was something to do with a flower, right? She doesn't try to bloom in a neat row according to the schedule. She doesn't open, there's lots of funny innuendos tonight. She doesn't open and close according to who walks by. She trusts her timing and she blooms with wild abandon. She's resilient. She knows who she is. She's Charlotte. The wild rose knows her true unique nature and she wants you to remember yours too. She knows that what makes you feel wild makes you free. It's what's kept us contained that's causing us harm. That is very key. What makes you feel you, what makes you feel wild, makes you feel free, makes you feel you. That's the true twin flame. That which has kept us contained that's causing us harm, karmic, trauma bond. Important to notice the difference. Whoever it is in your life. That our diverse, unique nature is what's needed now, more than ever. This card comes with an invitation to do what would make you feel most free, to trust in the very thing that makes you stand out, to realise that you were never meant to fit in, you were never meant to grow in a perfect, cultivated way, you were never meant to bloom in unison with someone else, you were never meant to be captive or controlled. Nature is, wait a minute. Nature is full of diversity. It's imperative to its survival and it is to ours too. So be who you came here to be. Express what you came here to express. Sing the song you came here to sing. Together, the wild ones will be the ones who set us all free. Fucking men. And that's why you're here. I free myself of what keeps me captive. I allow the unique wildness within me to be free. Oh my God. And on the next page, it would be the 144. Right. Where are you at today, Charlotte? Do you want one of these? I've been through hell and back. I don't know where the rest of them are, actually. There's some down here, but we'll just trust that I pull out. Maybe I'll use these. Actually, I'll use these ones. I might gravitate towards them as well. Here's absolutely. Yes, right. So one of my favorites. Or Cinda fucking Relly, if you're a Pretty Woman fan. Right. Oh my God, I really need to type. I know I say it all the time, but it's like I quickly mess it up again and it's like a mountain of cards. When you've collected cards since you were 14 or 15 and you're nearly 40, that's the problem. Notice I'm skipping the 39. I'm just like, take me to 40. These 30s have been a load of old shite. Right, so anyway, so not all of it. Right, so what does Charlotte need to know? For putting you are my twin flame. Time is not up. How dare you? That's so funny, by the way. I think I've literally, how crazy is that? Now that I put I've literally been. See, they don't live stream it. I think I've been, when that goes off the net, I've been 45 minutes. How crazy is that? Because I said 45 minutes and I was joking, but I wasn't joking. It's mental. Because I'm sure I've turned that 4 times. I might have even been longer. I've got no sense. Again, who cares? That was for you and it was for whoever resonated and I just burped, so transmuted a lot of energy. Give us a message. Charlotte's twin flames higher self, bearing in mind that the higher self can be nowhere near the physical self. It just has to be said. Sometimes they are a little bit closer than you think. You just never know. Yeah, I know our love is fated and we're meant to be together. And I will never be happy if I can't be without you. So then you've just got to let somebody get to that. Now that's funny because I don't know that. Then you've just got to let things unfold as they're meant to. I feel foolish when I see how immature I was in the past, but I feel in the case of you, that is just about literally, I've been through hell and back. It is literally the fact that you were both very young, like you were literally kids, more than the harsh sort of word into that. Who knows, it may be around there being pretty immature out there, but I don't get the feel, I just, yeah, it's like, again, that's the one that's a bit of a conundrum, is we'll see if the women that connect with me in divine masculine energy go into divine feminine when they're masculine and turns up. That'll be interesting, but some of you won't. Some of you will stay the divine masculine and they're the divine feminine. So I more kind of feel like he's quite gentle and going through that, needing to put up his boundaries and speak up for himself, and that's more what I get with him. Right, so what else do you need to know? Yeah, inner peace. You are enough. And she's reading a wee journal, she's writing in a wee journal saying, I am enough. God damn it, I love it. It goes with all the other messages. That was for you. Where's your... Oh, yeah. So I said, where's your twin at? And I pulled abundance, but I pulled it in reverse. So again, I'm taking that to be not happy. Spiritual maturity, and I've just pulled that upside down. So again, this is interesting. I've been getting this message all day, but look, it's got a little cuppa. Look, like we've got this long path to go on to ascend a mountain, ascension, but we will get there. It's like I've been getting this all day about, like, with twin flames, like it's not always the case, but in some cases it's like one twin is a really old soul and the other one's a bit of a younger soul. And some twin flames, though, it's not, and you're both old souls, and when they fully awaken to that energy, it'll kind of blow you away with how much they're in tune. But I was just getting the feeling there that it's something like, whatever I said, what do you need to know about that, actually? Yeah. It's like slow movement towards healing and becoming who you're meant to be, putting battles behind them before they can offer that. And then, and have that, the sun, the ultimate happiness, but I pulled it in reverse. So it's like that. And look, that's unhappiness again. Oh God, yeah. So again, this is what we'll find out in time, but it does make it right. This is where, again, I like to take a bit longer with this, because this makes sense to me. We don't need to actually know what's going on in your twin's physical life, because it's coming out the same message. Not happy, and I just pulled the other abundance out saying not happy. And then I pulled painful endings for today, and I've just pulled the Ten of Swords, painful endings. So it's kind of like, and then look at what you just said, right? It might not be so necessarily raw painful for you about your divorce, but at one point in your life, you had to make a decision that you didn't want to be with your husband anymore. And then it led to wanting a divorce. And now that, do you know what I mean? So it's like your twin is mirroring what's went on in your life. But it's the fucked up thing about it is it can happen years later. And that's why some people can even miss the fact that it is their twin flame. Because I just don't think people understand what this is all about as much as what others do. I'm not saying I'm the fucking top dog, I know all about it, but I do know a lot about it because I've been on the journey a shitload longer than a lot of other people. It's like my fucking life, whether I fucking like it or not. Time's up, yes, because I could talk till the cows come home about all of that. Right, so Charlotte, I hope that message served you. Now I will do a collective message, unless actually I'll check. Oh my God. Well, I'm very glad that I pulled another one because at some point, true love will be coming to you. True love. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. And this is just about, there is a promise of true love and great love coming to you. It's just about true love is worth the wait. That's so cheesy, but it's true. Has Mercury just shifted into Libra as I've been channeling? Because it is meant to today. And that's the sign of love, peace, and harmony. But it's true, you know what I mean? And in your case, it's so, I love that because it is about you met as children. And this could even make sense for people that meet young as teenagers too, or whatever. It's like you met as children and something sparked, and then you're off in your own different journeys, but you've never forgot about that person. And they've never forgot about you. But it's just like I talk about with low self-worth. A lot of us just think, all right, they don't really think about me like that. It's fucking ages ago. You'd be surprised from the many conversations that I've had with guys that I've been connected with, whether it be primary or high school, that I then later see out and about, and they tell me that I was their childhood sweetheart. Yeah, I'm well aware a lot of them are probably just trying to get their leg over. But I did interrogate. Whenever I've had, like I say, I've had a few people try that one with me, and I would say some of them were genuine. But it was actually very annoying because it was like, it would be people that I was like, shit, I really liked you. But you see how it's like I've lived out that pattern of really fancying someone, and actually they really fancy me. But in my case, because I was so shy, they didn't have a fucking clue. And then it would look like I didn't give a fuck because I was so shy. So I mean, that is very common with twins too, actually. What was I going to do there? Thank you very much. As always, what I needed to hear is well, thank you for, listen, thanks for getting involved, because that was fun to do. It's not actually, it's not went in yet, but it is just, it's Mercury, that is. Jesus Christ. You're Sagittarius. Right, let's move on to the collective one with the same cards. Right, so love that though. We like to end a message on true love. It's worth the wait. Right, so and all that love to Charlotte and her true twin flames, higher self, and help him out of any painful endings that he needs help with. Thank you, please. Amen. Right, back to the collective message. Fuck's sake, this lighter is not playing ball. I know, dirty minds indeed. It's going to get worse. As we get to the 23rd, 24th of October, we've got Scorpio season and we've got Mercury in Scorpio. Wait a minute, actually. Is it Mercury or is it Venus in Scorpio? Maybe it's Venus. I mean, it's one of the two. Maybe it's all of it. I'll just never have those sexual tarot out my hand at that point. Right. Oh, God. Right. Right. Help us hear what we most need to hear at this time. Right, so you see if my makeup's went all over my face. Right, what? I better go off here. I may be sending the healing in 2 hours and 15 minutes. So, but that's, I'll not still be sitting here at that bit, I don't think. Wait a minute, actually. Let's put a timer on the collective message. 15 minutes and we'll see how we go. Oh, wait a minute, actually. Right. I don't think anybody else. No, nobody else is that right, so that's fine. So, yeah, I mean, I think I just came on here for you, Charlotte, right? Popping the kids to bed, so but yes, that's fine. Just you do you. And like say at 10 o'clock tonight, just chill out and make sure you drink loads of water and get a good sleep and that. And right. What do we need to know for the collective? For let's do ladies first. It's not always ladies, but a lot of divine feminines are ladies. I know some of you are men. Let's do a divine feminine. Just generally, what do we need to know? Some shadow work. I suspect it's going to be something about shiftiness again. But let's just see, what does divine feminine energies, regardless of gender, need to know right now for this full moon in Aries, which does appear to be painful endings, which can be many, many things. But we all know after an ending comes a new beginning. And this is what I love actually about the Aries full moon, is full moons are endings and completion of something. And Aries is the first sign. So this one really is a mixture of endings and beginnings. And then, of course, being on 10-10, which is why actually, I don't know how long I've been on here, and it doesn't really matter because when it's a portal, they usually do get me to stay on for quite a while. So I'm doing the distance healing for the people that were led to it and the people that are already in my subscription thing. And it's and actually, by the way, that's important. So yeah, I said that before. So there's few tiers, but it's only the first one that's available right now there. So that's not the one for the distance healing, but Charlotte's in it because she donated for the oh, actually, that's funny. Yeah, actually, no, Charlotte's just done it because I decided. Because yeah, actually, yeah. So yeah, don't people get confused about that. But right, so tonight, because it's a special, right? So divine feminine. Dress of alchemy, release your power. Yeah, fucking yes. 33 as well, divine masculine energy. Divine feminine, use your inner divine masculine energy. Working too hard. Well, yeah, okay, I'll get off soon. But I've not been working too hard because I've been resting a lot. Right, so release your power. Oh God, I did rip the page. Right, so 33. Dress of alchemy, release your power. You have powerful energy when this beautiful being shows up in your readings. You have strong, powerful, vibrant energy that changes lives, divine feminine. And with that comes great responsibility. Some people may be eroding their energy fields with blame, discontent, and choosing the same destructive patterns over and over again. When this being walks in, she shows that it's possible to change deeply and truly and become clear, bright, and strong, healthy, and very powerful in terms of your energy. She understands the responsibility and has worked consistently and with great discipline and earnestness to be able to create. The eyes in her wings make it possible to hide from the truth, make it impossible, rather, interesting, to hide from the truth of who you are. So does the light of the full moon in Aries do that. It's time for you to celebrate who you truly are at this time, to acknowledge you have some energetic debris that needs to be cleared. That's what we do at a full moon. And when you do this, the gold of who you truly are will shine through, just as the alchemical symbols shine from my dress. It is no longer possible in this new energy to hide who you are. And I would take that, I mean, the new earth energy. The new earth energy. You must take the time to be truly yourself. This is so crazy because this is literally what Aries is about. Remember, I am an Aries with Venus in Aries. That's why my message is just fucking be yourself. Stop trying to be like everyone else. Be yourself. That is your medicine, you know, like that is your frequency. There's no cloak to hide within. As you can see, this dress I wear reveals all my magics and all my secrets. The secrets and the wisdoms of the ages are being revealed now more than ever before. When you have cleared your energy field of the guilt, the fear, the jealousy, and the envy, you will be able to shine brightly too. But to tie in, sorry, I don't know if I've now put sage on me, but to tie in with everything else that I've channeled tonight, whether it be a bit that I was doing at the start, or it's mainly been through Charlotte's message there, but a lot of that is everyone needs to hear, really. When you shine brightly and you've done the work around where you can be jealous or envious or angry because nobody's perfect, all that kind of stuff, if you've really worked hard on all of that, you shine even brighter. And unfortunately, you do shed light on where others haven't done it, and then you can become a threat to the group. I mean, there's loads of there's loads of psychology stuff done on that, which actually that would be up your street as well, Charlotte. It's that that's why a lot of people do dim their light and they don't want to shine too brightly, because the light really does attract the dark, as well as other light warriors, like, you know what I mean? So you'll see that with a lot of people that are giving zero fucks and putting themselves out there. They'll either get a lot of energetic attack. It depends, because again, it's not fucking put out there, but it's like I have very tight energetic boundaries. So it doesn't, I'm not even going to name it actually, it doesn't seem to appear in other ways it could with some people online, if you get what I'm saying, because I really do a lot to protect the space as a shaman. But I'm always humble, and again, that's why I have people that kind of, I have people that have my back and shit like that. But it massively happens, like psychic attack and just annoying fuckery that can happen to me day to day. But that is why I clear my energy all the time, and why I go to get different energy healing and just help where I need to receive it, where it's not enough for me to just clear myself. But again, my name means bright light, and it also means clear, being a clear channel. So I signed up for this shit, do you know what I mean? Right, so please take time to clear from your own sacred energy field jealousy, envy, fear, and guilt. Once you are clear, welcoming, bright, strong, powerful, healthy energy. After this has taken place, expect symbols and signs to pour in. And that's actually very apt for the distance healing that I'm going to be doing later. But that's always happening, everything I'm doing here. So keep your energy strong and bright and follow the signs. When your energy is strong and bright, when you come from a place of love, courage, and wisdom, you will attract the right signs and will not be misled. Do not expect to have no change after her arrival. Relationships and situations based on ego-centered concepts containing toxic energies will fall away naturally, and you will now ask for your worth. This is not hubris, overweening pride. It is self-love in action. Holy fucking shit, that is an Aries card. That is the most Aries card I could have pulled. So that's where Divine Feminine is at. And that is so on point. Like, I completely 100% resonate for that. It is that. The more that you just really fully own it and you step into it, it seems to be a bit never ending, to be honest. But the right people will stay in the end. And it's just people being revealed. It's crazy, like I say, some people are lazy. Some people don't want to do the work, you know what I mean? They would rather sit and be gel from behind the screen. And it's like, why don't you work on yourself? You know what I mean? We could have rose together, friends and whoever else, like, you know what I mean? Right, so where's the divine masculine energies at of the collective divine feminines that energy is paired with? In general, around fuckery, shadowy, I guess it's this one then. Death and the maiden. Oh Christ, yep, that seems just about spot on. Invasion, boundaries violated, dominance. But being serious here, that person, regards as gender, really doesn't look very happy. It's like they're in a bit of a dead situation there. I mean, she's very vulnerable too, because she's naked. Like, being serious here, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like just total feeling like shit. So let's read this. 28. Drained. It's coming to me. Drained. The shallow grave. Christ, these are pretty hard hitting. So, and the message is invasion, boundaries violated, dominance. A leering skeleton is looming over a beautiful naked young woman and doesn't seem to have any idea of how its presence is affecting her. Holy fucking shit balls, guys. So divine masculine, men out there, divine masculine, women, whatever you identify as, it's like, this is why they're damaged. It's like you don't even realise. Some people don't even realise who that is in their life. And that's why I love that this has come after Charlotte's message, because whenever it was you did start to realise that, you've done something about it. That this is just some people can't do anything about because they haven't actually realised, or they've realised and they don't want to accept it yet. What is that over there? That's really weird. On my chakra flag over there, I've just noticed there's like a dot. here, that's such a weird way to share the message, but like I've never noticed this part on that chakra flag thing. And it's like somebody just noticed, and I've never noticed that before about that person. But now I'm noticing they're putting me down all the time, or they're holding me back from where I want to move in. Like, it's the same message as Channel Charlotte. Right, anyway. So it's not aware of it, and it's not interested in a response, her reality, or her needs. The skeleton represents true death, the relentless ego. And remember, this full moon, actually, a lot of people will have found it quite rough. That's important to say, because the first house is Aries energy. And obviously it's an Aries full moon, and that is about the ego. So a lot of people could be going through a huge dark night of the soul right now and over that weekend, really the rest of this week, actually. Because 10 is about endings too, the 10-10, but also it's like, yeah, everything you thought you knew could be getting pulled out from under you. I mean, dark night of soul, or mini dark night of soul. And is way too close for comfort. The vulnerable young woman is cowering and feeling herself frozen as its unwanted hand touches her. So you could be a man as well, remember. I am full of needs. I am hungry for life force. I need to be close to this young one, as she has all that I long for and all I have not created for myself. Creepy vibes. I will simply hover about her or him and take from her that which I want. Karmic energies. Her warmth, her energy, her emotions, her sexual energy, or his sexual energy, and her beauty. She is an extension of me. What I want, I will take, and I love her too, very much. So much, I may just consume her or him entirely. If that doesn't get the message across, definitely, yeah, I'm not done, but I'm kind of done with fucking shit. These messages just keep coming. I thought this was love, but now I can see and feel that this is invasive. Again, codependency, trauma bonds. We don't just have this with lovers, we have it with friends, we have it with family, we have it with anyone. It says it cares for me, and yet it just seems to want to take from me. This no longer feels right, but I feel helpless and vulnerable. What can I do? How do I break free? Well, what you can do is you can go to the playlist and watch The Karmic Journey. It has literally set people free from very toxic situations. Or you can use your common sense and actually book a session with me. But do that one first. Seriously, do that first. Because I like somebody to do my journey on YouTube first before we do that in person. If you're even guided to. And what if it says is true, that it loves me and I'm fearful for no reason? This is a very out of see what, oh my god, that's actually really fucked up. And what if what it says is true, or he or she says is true, that it loves me and I'm fearful for no reason, aka gaslighting. That's somebody that would be like, what are you talking about? I love you, I want to be with you, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, you're just being sensitive. All these, if anybody says any of that kind of shit to you, they're gaslighting the fuck out. It's not funny either, but they're gaslighting the fuck out of you, and it's making you. This might seem obvious, but some people really do need to hear this. It's like, you know, yeah, they could just be making you feel like you're crazy and you're making it all up. This is so many people that I've worked with over the years and still do work with. It's so heartbreaking, because it's like, how can you not see that you're being completely taken advantage of in every area? But some people can't. They actually really can't. And it's like if they get led to me and I listen a little bit to what someone's saying, and I'm like, whoa, you know what I mean? It's difficult. There is a very out of balance relationship between you and another at this time. It may be that you are deaf, taking too much and imposing on another, because it can be that too, you see. This is for divine masculine energies regardless of gender. Usually when there's a codependency thing going on, it's not just one person draining the other person everything they've got. It can be that, but it's usually both draining each other and hurting each other. And it's toxic and it's traumatic, and there might be, it's fun and playful and all that, but it's mixed in with a whole lot of pain and control, and it's confusing, basically confusing, you know. And this is why, again, I have to always stress that it's like the twin flame journey can be like that with your twin flame too, because you bring up all your trauma, and you can just, that is the divine masculine journey, basically. As you'd be like, oh, why is it when this person is in front of me, I just feel all my fears, I want to run like fuck. And it's because that's what your twin flame does. But when you're willing to face it and you talk it through, it's like having a conversation with anyone where it's awkward. You're like, oh, right, shit, I feel like that too. What can we do about this? Yeah, time's up. It's time for some people to have that conversation. Because Mercury is about going to Libra, and that's about finding the balance, love, peace, and harmony, finding the balance. Whether that's about having a conversation and moving forward together, or having a conversation, sorting out, you go your separate ways. These things are happening, or need to happen. But like I've said in one of the other videos, just because you want that to happen, it doesn't mean it can happen if the other person doesn't want it to, which is highly fucking annoying, I know. Right, so it may be that you are deaf, taking too much, or imposing on another, and all the while blind as a skeleton to the truth. Or it may be that you are the maiden and have no defences against another who's draining you, claiming all the while to love you. Manipulation, guys, it's manipulation. You may have been drawn into the drama and the colour of entertainment of a relationship, or the ego materialistic sort of shit that is full of highs and lows and passion. Oh my God, this is literally what I just said. But you are now discovering that it is tiring, draining, and lacking in respect. It is time to truthfully assess this relationship and take steps to be safer, more protected, and more respected. Do not attempt to convince death of its problems. Those real people will only draw closer, cling harder, and convince you that you have a problem, not them. Again, very dangerous, not funny, when people have got low self-worth, low self-esteem. And that's why many people's twin flames are stuck in situations like that, being drained by lovers, ex-lovers, both family, friends. Yeah, so we send love to everybody that applies to. You may feel as to what they will do once you separate from them, as they are vindictive and malicious. Shit, that's really important too. This is very apt for... I was led to watch several films. I'm not going to channel about them right now, actually, but over the just leading up to the weekend, some of which it was, quite well. It was all funny. All the synchronicities were funny and like not so funny, fucking mind blowing. Like the downloads and the way that God speaks to me through all the films and anything that I'm drawn to, really. Yeah, but lots of confirmation for who I help people with for my own journey, just lots of crazy shit. But that's quite important that that it's within a lot of twin flame dynamics. It can be, a lot of this is divine masculine's card. A lot of divine masculines feel like they can't move on from karmic anything, whether it's present lovers, ex lovers that can manipulate them for different reasons, and or even, like I say, pleasing family members, pleasing friends. A lot of again, I was helping someone more recently. It was a friend, and like I've said before, whenever this has happened with other people I've worked with as well, it's friends. Like friends can have we can have huge codependency and trauma bonds with friends that stand in the way of the twin flame relationship, and they may not even realize they're doing that themselves, or they might. It just depends. Anyone, so it doesn't need to be romantic. That's important for you to know that. But that is really, I'm going to read that again. You may feel fear as to what they will do once you separate from them, as they're vindictive and malicious, and that's why that card's sitting there. Wait a minute. Oh shit, I shuffled it. But the Six of Swords card that was showing, the couple getting on outside. I mean, they all are in these, but it's the fact there's a big massive, so I'm not getting it again, but it's the fact there's a big massive sword. It's like, to protect them. I mean, there's a sword in a lot of the rest of these pictures. That's why it's very relevant to the twin flame chart. Yeah, look. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the guy's got this big sword sitting there because it's like, yeah. So there's something about that, that it's just, there can be secrets that can be held over divine masculines, or there can be threats, or both. Freedom is worth the trial of separating. Ask yourself, is this relationship healthy for me? If the answer is no, then you must take steps to go. But I suppose that's why, again, I get tired of saying the same message, but it's important that people hear this because new people might be finding it, that if that does apply to anyone out there, you know, your karmic energies aren't going to be too happy at me sharing this. But again, that journey will help free up the energy for you to get the strength to even, you know, to reach out to get the help from either me or whoever you're guided to. But what I will say is, if you do feel led to me, I'd imagine that'd be people that know, like, and trust me and know the real deal and all that. Even the most dire circumstances where you feel, if you move forward and do something you want to do, that you feel you're being held back from wherever that is in your life, that, you know, you feel someone's going to react badly and it's going to cause all this harm for you and everyone that you care about, you'd be surprised. Like, that's what, you know, being a shaman is a powerful thing. And particularly with what I deal with, it is dark stuff. I say it all the time, but it's like, again, like, when it's safe to bring, you know, a few, or if anyone's watching it right now, you know that's you. There's been lots of people that I have helped out of situations where, you know, an ex was, still controlling them and either not giving them a divorce so they couldn't move on. Usually there's manipulation there, you know, there's some kind of gain for the person holding someone back. Or, like, say, when people hold people back and manipulate them over kids, that's very common. It's definitely very common where I live in the UK. I mean, it's probably all over the world, but that happens all the time, where people get controlled by situations like that. Wherever else I haven't said it, like, again, where parents have got an unhealthy hold over people, and you might think, oh, you know, a lot of people will be older watching me, but it doesn't matter what age you are, they're controlling a part of your inner child or your inner teenager and influencing you. This is why I say, like, whether you see that as, it's calling it these big fancy words like codependency, narcissism, all these different words, trauma bonds, it's a spell as well. It's a spell and it's black magic, and it's, you know, to me, it's one and the same. I can see how lots of different schools of thought all come around the same idea. I've always been able to see that when I've studied things to do with psychology, or, you know, spiritual stuff, or the soul, or astrology, or what else have I not said? Science, because again, I know I'm very spiritual, but I'm also very practical a lot of things as well. It's it always comes back round to the same thing. Like, I find it hard to explain that in any other way than what I just did, that I can always see there's a common denominator in a lot of stuff. So basically what I'm saying is, you would be surprised the way that I can talk to people's souls that are being very unreasonable in the physical, that it gets through to them at a soul level, and things then change in the physical, basically, is the way I'm going to put it. Right, so I'm getting tired now, so I'm going to pull, let's just stick to the cards I was using. Oh, I know, actually, have I got, let's use this one. I like this one. Oh God, I've left past the day. Right, what do we need to know? Talking about physical thing, right? Tell us what divine feminine, what do we need to know about something to do with physical 3D reality, the divine feminine? So, 6th chakra, but it's in reverse. What else about that? Oh, and heart, right, okay, wow, heart chakra in reverse. So what I'm getting from that is in the physical 3D world, it's like not seeing something. Like, it's like divine feminines are not seeing something in the physical. Or it's, again, it's like what I said, it's like there's something yet to unfold that you don't see yet, you're not meant to see. But heart chakra reverse kind of tells me it's like there's a bit of guardedness around the heart and the physical, about not being feeling uneasy about what you can't see yet or what you don't know. It could be causing financial constraints, because you could be pulling your energy right back. Your happiness might not be as high, therefore that could be, oh look, 13 though as well. 13, divine feminine number. Oh, as I drop them all. Oh, but there we go. Dirty healing and happiness is on the floor. Yeah, look, so, but when you're guided to take the action that you're meant to, oh look, that's like me tonight, but that actually resonates with this. It's when you're guided to take the action that you feel aligns with you the most, perhaps like myself, like with your community, or that can even be your friends, or celebrating. This is celebrations as well. The door to personal healing and happiness will be opened. Look, and you can put the envious, jealous, oh my God, hostilities, the fucking neg haters behind you, and just focus on your own happiness. Hello, thank you, please. Resonate with that one. Right. Right. What does the divine masculine counterpart of the divine feminine and the physical need to hear? We didn't need to read from the book for that, did we? Oh my God. Right, so either... Shit, sorry, it does, wait a minute, we need another one. I need to... So, wait a minute, guys. It's this guy on this card just cracks me up. Look, he's like, it's not the friendless. He reminds me, remember the bad guy in the Ghostbusters? It's quite scary in Ghostbusters, you know what I mean? Igor or something. That's who he reminds me of. But what I'm laughing at is, remember when I channeled those messages at the weekend, I pulled 2 days in a row, deceit and trust in reverse. So lies, basically deception, lies, secrets, full moons reveal secrets, and Aries is about the truth. And there's painful endings. So again, this is two things. This is, let's just see what it is. Oh my God, right, okay, shit. So, oh God, right, so there's lies. Either you as a divine masculine, regardless of your gender, is wearing a mask. And that could even be something as little as, like, you know, you want to say something to someone and you don't, therefore you're not being who you truly are, right? Or there could be some of your secrets, or, you know, if you've not told the truth about things, that could be coming to light. I feel you're not getting to, I think it's coming to light, basically. Yeah, there's a definite vibe of that. But again, just bear in mind, it's whoever is not true around you is being revealed too. Just basically anybody that's not been in their truth and integrity is being revealed in this season. Okay. But also divine masculine, are you listening to spirit? Are you listening to God? Whatever you want to call yours, are you listening to your higher self? Because this tells me, no, you're not. And you've got a manipulative woman around you holding a coin. I mean, there she is again. She just doesn't like to fuck off, whoever this represents in someone's life. Look, nasty looking vibe. She's got a black magic cat there. She's holding the coin, all about the material. The Queen of Pentacles, upright or reversed, but definitely reversed to me is the karmic card. So it's like, you know, deceptive people around masculines, which is affecting them listening to their higher self, connecting the twin flame, following the path that is the highest for them. Because of energy, that doesn't need to be a romantic partner. Like I said, it could be ex-romantic, it could be romantic, it could be any kind of, it's a female though, could be females around them that are all about power and stealing. This actually backs up the one I just read about the shadow and taking the power from the divine masculine, whether that's a man, woman, identity. Because again, I'm seeing female clients in my mind right now that are in masculine energy where that applies, where they're taking your power. What else do you need to know about that? This is all going on in the physical. So it's lies, either where you're being guided to be more honest about where you've not been honest, not listening to your higher self, allowing people around you that aren't good for you to steal your power. That can actually take your money as well. Women holding a coin. Doesn't need to be though, it can just be energy, though, which is decreasing your value. I mean, look, I'm shuffling and these are coming out. It's never positive cards, is it? Whenever I tap, it's never like true love. And what else about this? Yeah, look, stop you from speaking your voice, expressing your true self. It's like silencing you. This is why it's like a spell, like causing impatience and indecision and confusion. And there ain't no happy families when we pull that in reverse. And therefore you need to step into your Jesus healer-like self Yeah, and follow the temple path, but I did pull that in reverse as well. Yeah, and look, guarding the gate is on the right, like, so subconsciously it's like what is rising is you've got the power to get yourself out of these situations. And of course you fucking have cornucopia, 11, twin flame. If you're watching this and you're in that situation, I'm sorry, there's actually no excuse. That's harsh, but there is no excuse. There's a karmic journey, and that might become pretty harsh, but there's a karmic journey to release you from situations like that. That's somewhere to start. And there's basically just tuning in anything that I'm saying because this is always coming through. Or like I say, if you're really led to get that one-to-one support, get that support from me or somebody that knows what the fuck they're talking about. But this is my day in, day out stuff. And you can see, you know, it does. This is why I can only really work with one client a day. And I have days in between to recover because they're that heavy. Or two at the very most. Because it's just, it is heavy shit. I know, I wouldn't want to be fucking listening to this with 4 different people every day, thanks. No. Do I need to sleep for 24 hours? Why I need to put my prices up? Right, so I've done that, by the way. So, and again, you can, if you need to do a session where you need to pay it up, you can pay these sessions up as well in bits. Right, so what else do we need to know about? That's pretty grim. I mean, this ties in with the short messages that I picked up on. For divine feminine, if anything divine feminine needs to know at this time. Fuck. Well, everybody's going to get the way that I channel these messages, but I do not give a fuck. Because the people that are meant to hear it, hear it. What have I been saying about seasons? Trust the fucking seasons. The fuck, yeah, this is a shitty season, guys. Bit of a shitty season for some of us. And if it's not a shitty season for you, be humble. It's coming for you. I'm away sure. I go through it first and then you do. Some of what I've went through was 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, fucking 10 years ago. It depends really on what I'm talking about. Some of it can be not that long. Some of it can be like a month ago or 2 months ago. But some of this is not very pleasant for divine feminine or divine masculine. A lot of heart healing, emotions, connection, time eases, choosing yourself. Yeah, because we're anointed, yeah. Divine feminine, answer the call, leadership, empowerment, soul gifts. You're being guided to show what it is you're good at. Mysteries, learning and teaching about, you know, the right time and the harvest and the celebrating, but also teaching about the dark times. And that it's always to come back and choose yourself. And therefore your twin flame will eventually choose themselves. Embrace and change cycles of life, transition, growth. Trust the seasons. That's kind of blew my mind. Right, so let's read Trust the Seasons. That was quite heavy, but felt very accurate. Right. Our disconnection from the earth and our seasons leads us to believe that we should be in full bloom all year round, that we should grow without leaving space to cut back. I mean, this is so apt for it moving into autumn and winter soon. When we focus on the never-ending bloom, we forget the importance of all life's phases. The rose, like all of nature, teaches us this every day. She's forever showing us how to embrace the ever-changing seasons in an ever-changing world. We're not meant to stay the same. Relationships aren't meant to stay the same. Life isn't meant to stay the same. Nothing on this planet is meant to stay the same. The seasons teach us that night and day teach us. Time and age teach us. Birth and death teach us. We may return to a place, a person, but things won't be exactly as they were. For everything and everyone is forever changing. Nothing is static. That's really apt for twin flames that have known each other before. I feel there's a lot of heart healing and emotions of needing to release whoever it was you knew before or thought you knew before. Completely release them, as if that person isn't coming back. Because even if it is the same person, you don't know each other. You really don't. And you're going to need to get to know each other again if both people want to. And that can be kind of scary, to let go of who it is you knew before. But you do need to, if you haven't already done that. And some of you might have thought you'd done that and you need to let go again. Yeah, right. So the more we try to control things and keep them the same, the further away from the flow of life ourselves we get. Change can be scary, for it means surrendering to the unknown of being in the in-between. But again, this is what Divine Feminine is good at, to being not who you were and not quite who you'll become. It requires a trust in the transformation and the death in order for the rebirth to occur, and a deep reverence for all the seasons of our life. The more we resist change, the further away we are from who we are becoming. When we embrace change, we embrace life and nature and are forever becoming. How can you embrace the changing seasons of your life? Wow. Right, okay, so I'll do the same for Divine Masculine. I think it was like 3 cards and then I'll read. It is a little scary, but absolutely. Absolutely. Was that, I don't know when that comment appeared, but was it just with what I said? It is terrifying, but when something's scary, we just flip it round into excitement. That always helps me. Right. What's going on for Divine Masculine? Is the sacred masculine gonna come out to play, like literally, or instead? There's much beauty in the changing seasons. There absolutely is. I prefer them. I like autumn and winter more because I just love wearing a hat. Oh my God, actually, I love wearing a woolly hat, and I've not had my woolly hat on yet. But it's total woolly hat season. If I'm going outside in that big bad world tomorrow, I'm wearing a fucking woolly hat. Bring it on. I'm excited about that. Right, so. But I did learn to embrace the warmer seasons as well. Except, no, not this one, because it was too hot. I stayed in the house. I think I'm not being funny, but I think the coffee places, like, they're literally going to think that I've died. I'm not even kidding. Talk about death and rebirth. Like, I've not been in there in like 2 months. Can you imagine? I went in every day and they're just going to think I died or something. Like I did die. Metaphorically, I've been through a death and rebirth. But actually, I stopped drinking coffee for 6 weeks too. But I think it's more like 3 months I haven't been. Oh, that's crazy. Right, anyway, Divine Masculine counterpart to the Divine Feminine collectives, and then I will be going because my throat's sore. Right, so Rob Sova, what? Sub Rosa, hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learn, teaching. Well, that's one of the same cards that the masculine got, so it's mirroring. Learning and teaching going on. Mysteries. Awakening, it feels like. Oh my God, yes, the Divine Feminine awakening the Divine Masculine. The Divine Plan, wisdom, intelligence within. Destiny being revealed. Sophia. Yep. Not so good. Sustainability, slow down, tend to your garden. So again, Divine Masculines, like right now, and again, I can see why with what was coming up. And again, it's not going to be all Divine Masculines. Well, no, probably. It's like I said, I was going to say it's not going to be all Divine Masculines listening to this, but that's why I say be humble, because some Divine Masculines might be listening to this, but like, that's not where I'm at right now. But then you might find you're there a week from now, 2 weeks from now, 2 months from now. So remember, I channel in advance a lot of the time, or it can be real time. But the ones that I pick up on, it's not happy cards, it's not happy times, despite whatever might appear, the mask that people might, either you or the twin tends to put on. And it's just, this is all very slowing down, kind of like, look, it's like, be still. Connect with your feelings, because Sophia is Divine Feminine energy, and slow down. And when that happens, that can cause emotions to really surface. And for some Divine Masculines, that means push down emotions. For the twin is like shooting up. And again, I was trying to explain this to, I can't remember, I think that was my friend recently, that I remember catching someone's shorts and they were explaining about suppressed and repressed emotions. And it was like, I thought it was quite good because it was just really straight to the point. And it was someone pushing well, that doesn't make sense. It'd be a beach ball. But I'm sure it was like pushing a beach ball down like into the water. And then it was like, this is what it's like when the feelings, the feelings that you've buried come out. It's like, do you know what I mean? It's like anything like that, you try to push it down and it goes, and it's right in your face. And unfortunately, that is what's happening. Oh my God, look. And then the divine masculine's mirroring. So I'm not reading it again. Embrace and change, cycles of life, transition, growth, trust the seasons. Might call this one trust the seasons. It's like trust the season that you're in. I'm going to read the wastelands. The reunion. See, so that's the thing. It's like some people are they're in this, and you could be in this, you know, a few months, and you just have to give yourself the time to go through it. And some people, it's like people are that, you know, the season is you're in the season where the enemy, I just heard, yeah, the enemy. Some people are sleeping with the enemy, like quite literally. If you've ever seen that film, fucking, you might want to fucking go and watch that, and then fucking, I hope that doesn't resonate with anyone, but I've certainly helped people that in scarily similar situations, to be honest, which is why I can't talk about that really too much. Yeah, you could be, you know, you're in the season where people are being revealed around you, and then you may find that you've not got very many people around you that you can trust, or anyone around you can trust, and then that's what will lead people to their twin flame. That's not everyone, but that will be some, because that's why they're pulling me at the reunion. So, but it's just many might hold themselves back from that, yeah, the sacred union, because they'll feel like I can't just go now because everyone's turned out to be a C-word. Do you know what I mean? So funny, isn't it? But my message to the collective of divine masculines is it really depends on whether you've got the right slim shady or not, you know, the right divine feminine, because I say this all the time, don't I? But yeah, divine feminines are going to get it. And it's like any divine feminine doesn't get that doesn't mean doesn't need to mean they're not a divine feminine. I've come across people actually that are like that, and it's just a reflection on how well people know the journey inside out. Some might think they know it inside out and they don't know it as well as others. That is just a fact. That's definitely a fact. I've met people that feel it might seem like they know it and they don't actually. It's happened to me, but it's like, all right, actually they're not kind of. I've not really done that kind of work as deep as what I have. And then I have to trust myself with it and maybe just go inwards. And again, it just reminds me of messages I've had over the past 15 years that it's like a lot of it, I will just keep coming back to just sit and, you know, divine with God, because but again, I go with what I'm guided to do, because there are people that really can reflect stuff back to me that's very helpful that I wouldn't have been able to get that clarity about them. So you got to trust with what resonates with you. But trust yourself with that too. I've had people in my past where they were trying to tell me something, and I was like, I love and respect this person, but they've not went through the dark night of soul. I can feel it. And then like a year later, I'm being shown a few people here, then they went through their dark night of soul, and I was like, oh my God, I was right. So it's like, it's almost like somebody can't kind of guide you on a part that they've not actually went through, or they've not went through it as deep. So, and again, the one thing that I know like the back of my hand is the twin flame journey, inside out. Do the hokey cokey, turn it all around. You know what I'm saying? It's my thing. Right, so there's an anonymous 13th century. Oh, I'm not going to read this bit. This sounds boring. Let's skip it. Skip to the good bit. That's going to mean something too. I'm sure it does. When I was just saying, it's like people might feel like they have to go through months of hermiting and being alone and healing. And maybe you're just doing it a little bit differently than other people. And you need to keep looking up, and there may be a rainbow waiting for you. Like rainbows to me mean hope. Like maybe it was all meant to happen this way. They're pulling me to things like believe you can and you will. And a pinky promise thing there. Right. This is the most powerful card in the deck. Oh, there you go, divine masculine. Now I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So there's something, oh my God. See, I've been humbled right in front of you. There's something I did not know, guys. I did not know that. So I know a lot, but I don't know everything. I didn't know that this was the most powerful card in the deck. And if you were to tell me that was, I'd be like, well, that one. It's about slowing down. But apparently this is it. So again, there's a lesson for, oh, but this is divine masculine side. You might think you know the way it's going to go. And this feels like I'm channeling the energy of, I've fucked up. I've chose wrong. I can't go to this person for help. because I'm not, and this is like I'm channeling energy. If I can't go to them for help because I'm not even sure I'm ready to give them what it is they want or need, but I do need their help. That's making me laugh. There is ones that are in that. And then there's that, but actually, even in truth, even divine masculines that are in that energy, actually deep down they do want that, but it terrifies them. Therefore, I'm being shown a film that actually no, I can talk about that film. There was just another one. There was too many weird synchronicities. I don't think I can actually talk about. But I watched a film at the weekend, That Awkward Moment, and I've seen it before when I was hungover, so I wasn't really taking it in that much. But I watched it during the week, and then I was guided to watch it again with my friend, and it's actually I'd say that's become one of my favourites, because well, I like watching Zac Efron, so, but it goes a little deeper than that, but that is true. It's the fact that it's like, I mean, I just like, yeah, I feel he's a very good actor. Again, I know he's going to be one of them lot, but anyway, moving on. But it's like, it's more the fact that I won't totally spoil it all, but it's, if you haven't seen it, but it's fucking hilarious. It's very X-rated, by the way. It's got a lot of sex scenes in it, but it kind of actually really beautifully, I don't know about beautifully, but it exemplifies karmic things and the real thing. And actually that's quite funny, because the kind of X-rated sex scenes aren't with the real one as much. It's kind of just shows you after that, the after it. And then the ones that are kind of like, whoa, are with this sort of karmic energy. But it's to get across that energy of like, that's just sex and that isn't. And that's what the guy in the film is terrified of. Which again, this will be loads of people's stories, regardless age, but it's what I find really poignant, and I wouldn't kind of spoil them, because there's, again, it's like, it's hilarious. Like, I love the banter in it. I'd say a lot of the banter that goes on that film is my banter. It's like, I love the banter and the humor. Yeah, just love the sort of humor about it. It's got everything that I would love, actually. It's really funny. It's really touching and poignant. It's got, again, very rarely would I be, I'm really selling this film. It's very rarely would I ever be shocked by something. And I was like, whoa, fuck, I never seen that coming. And then also it's just really humble as well, because basically the guy really fucks up. Like, he really fucks up. But it's coming from a place of what I'm very passionate about talking about all the time. It's just men and women that aren't in connection with their feelings. Like, really, they're got a total fear of intimacy. Therefore, they run into the arms of anybody else that they're not really truly going to get that level of it with, and it's just comfortable. But in the end, that ends up hurting them more. And that's what happens in that film. And it's just the way that, they make a deal that like none of us are allowed to get birds, right? Like girlfriends. And it's kind of like, but then they all end up secretly hooking up with someone and not telling each other and finding out. So that's not really giving it away completely. So Charlotte, have you ever seen that one? You need to watch it if you haven't. But it's more the fact that it's like, yeah, I just like it in the film, and the real one that he's made a connection with. You can just see throughout the film that he actually makes an effort. Like the wee things that she says she likes, he makes an effort from the start. And then she also doesn't, give away all the goods. I mean, she does sleep with him a few times, but then she's like, right, tonight I'm not. And it's kind of like that is, and it's not playing games. It's just kind of like, well, it's actually being very guarded for a good fucking reason, because that guy is a fuckboy in that film until he meets the right one. And then, but no, it's the point that without giving the whole sort of film here, because I'm kind of going quite deep, I do get why they're getting me to talk about that though. It's about the guy actually has to really, really fuck up and lose the girl because she really needed him and he wasn't there. And again, so although I'm talking about a guy and a girl, it could even be the other way around. Like, I know clients where it's like the woman's in the masculine energy and they may have been the one that ran when the guy really needed them, because there's a lot of men in divine masculine energy. But in truth, I feel twins do that to one another. I can think of, I don't want to go too deep with that, but I can think of circumstances where actually I feel I've not been there for my twin, and there's definitely times where he's like not, we've just basically done it to each other. But there was reasonings behind that and it's the same for all twins, not wanting to take the attention on the situation with the twins away from something else that was more important. So I happen to feel with both in my case and in the case of him, we were both thinking that's my feeling. But that, a lot of people will resonate with that bit. But the point is, in that film, when the guy fucks up, and then it's like, it's what the girl says to him that I was actually howling, because it's like, she's just really, oh, I'm getting chilled. She's just really chilled, and she's like, you know, says his name, and she's like, look, Jason, this is all relationships are. You know what I mean? And then anyway, watch it, right? And it's like, and she's not even meaning like a romantic relationship. She's just meaning being in relationship to anyone is this. And then it's like, you see him being like, oh, because this guy's like fucking hot. He's used to being like getting fucking anybody he wants. Zac Efron, hello. But, you know, and then it's just about when you see him drowning his sorrows in the bar, and that bit's actually kind of funny, right? Because he starts opening up and being really deep to this guy at the bar. And anyway, you can see what happens there. And anyway, you know, you get the gist, right? And then it's like, you know, so it's kind of short form what happens on the twin flame journey, the true twin flame journey. It's like this guy kind of realized a bit faster than other guys out there in the real life scenario. That's what I'm saying. If you need a laugh, you need a bit of sort of light something to watch, but also something that might make something click for, you know, to whether it's purging as a divine feminine, to just be like, yeah, that totally, yeah. Or a divine masculine being like, you know what I mean? It's, and regardless of your gender, it's something really hits something to me. And it's just really funny that, like I said, I did watch it when I was hungover once, like a friend had put on. I wasn't really paying that much attention because I wasn't meant at that point. Probably would have made me fucking cry, actually. I was hungover. Like, it would have made me cry, not in a good way. But then I watched it myself and I wasn't paying attention. And then that's weird. Then when I was guided to watch it with my friend, I got bits that I never saw before. Like, and then that means something. Do you know what I mean? It's just, wow, I went really deep with that film, but it's true. Like there was bits I totally missed, and that's because it's like, that's what happens on the journey as well. But anyway, yeah, there you go. So it ties in with me saying, oh, like, you know, I know a lot about this journey, but then it's always surprising me, even though I know a lot about this journey. So keep surrendering, because you don't know what's around. You really don't know what's around the corner. Good, bad, or indifferent. Right, okay, let's read this, and then I'm going to go. So, no, I was watching Blue Jay last night. I don't know what that is, on Netflix, and my comfort familiar, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Yes, that, oh God, yes, that's one of my absolute favourites. I think I said that the last time you said that I was going to watch it, and I didn't. It's because I gave my DVD away. I definitely need to watch that, because that's another one. Like, I was meant to read that out. That is another one. But what is classic about it, and that's a very good example, actually, is it's the girl, it's the woman that's running away from her feelings. So she puts it all out there, and then she bolts, and then he chases after her. But then you see that as a divine masculine, being a divine masculine, chases after her with a fucking plant, I might add. But it's but you know what I mean? It's both films are very, you know, I'd say that awkward moment one, although it's a really funny, got X-rated sort of scenes in it, I feel it really beautiful. Again, I don't know why they keep getting me to say the word beautifully, because then when the scenes flash out in my mind, I'm like, oh, you don't really want to think about that when I'm using the examples. But what I'm saying is, it's like, it just really gets across how it doesn't really matter. So like, it might not be very nice to imagine all the different kind of things that your twin flame's done with everyone else, but actually, if it was nothing like what he has with that other girl in the film, and then they sit and can't get you out of your mind, it doesn't really matter, does it? And that's, I suppose, that's what I'm saying, is that's where I've always leaned upon that in this journey to say people, is like, you know, you'll soon find out whether that's your true twin flame or not, because they'll, at some point, it'll hit them and they'll not be able to get you off their fucking mind, and they might try to by getting under people to get over people, and it won't work. It just won't work. And some people might be determined to live a life of trying to do that and pushing down their feelings, but it's not going to end pretty for the people that do that. And most masculines will not do that. All masculines wouldn't do that, but they might. Some might. I can't say that for real, you know what I mean? Right, so this is the most powerful card in the deck. It's a wake-up call for us to stop the destructive behaviour. Oh my God, see how me stopping to talk about both those films was relevant? Because in the How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, they're both playing games, aren't they, Charlotte? Like, they're both playing games. Like, literally, like, it's always some kind of fucking bet in these films. And they actually have genuine feelings for each other. And then they both end up hurting each other a lot. And then, you know, there's a fucking happy ending. And then in that other one I'm talking about, she isn't playing any kind of game. Like, she is literally just being herself and being quite chilled and cool and not harassing them at all. And he's doing his own thing. I mean, he even fucking goes on a date with one and then shags the other one at night. Do you know what I mean? And that is what a lot of folk do. Let's just fucking get real here. But it doesn't matter, because he can't shag the other one out of his mind, can he? You know, that's some Aries raw truth coming out there. Or heart rather, mind or heart, both, when it's your twin flame. And then, yeah, I truly believe, depending on whether this is kind of one-offs or in that film, it's his fuck buddy. But again, not even in the sense of, you know, it's just, there is another scene in that too, and it's like he starts trying to open up to her and she's like, what are you doing? This isn't what we do. Like, do you mean you don't got any friends? And it's kind of like quite hard hitting, because it's like, fuck. It's like he's starting to open up his feelings. And it's like the karmic being like, what? You know what I mean? And that's what I mean. It's quite a graphic, trust me, the scenes in that are funny, graphic way of demonstrating what I'm trying to say. I've got my niece, so I can't simply, oh, lovely. You've just reminded me. I was meant to be publishing my kids' meditation today and I haven't done that. So, but I will either do it tonight, it'll be too late for bedtime, or well, it is too late for bedtime, let's face it. Oh my God, actually. I'm sending the distant ceiling there. But yeah, it's you know what I'm saying? That's what these connections are like. Fortunately or unfortunately, whichever way you want to see it, is the presence of the twin flame. It's always there in some way, shape, or form when you get to a deeper part of the journey. Just like that's why I feel that film is good, because you see that with the guy. He's wanted to go back to how it was with his pals, and they're like, mate, fucking, I'm like, I've got a bird and I'm actually really happy and I'm doing all the lovey-dovey kind of, you know. And then the other one's moved on and met somebody new, and he's the one that's, you know, feeling sad because he's fucked it up with the real one. And then the other one that he's just getting it on with is like, this isn't what we're doing, you know what I mean? Like, it's so, yeah. Anyway, right, so the sacred feminine is abundant. She knows that the earth can provide for what we need and that she doesn't need to take more than she needs. She tends the earth around her and within her. But remember, this is divine masculine's card. So men, this is your feelings. Women in divine masculine energy, again, paying attention to your feelings. She's the keeper of balance and the protector of all living things. The rose has seen civilizations come and go, empires rise and fall. In this card, she's delivering an urgent message to slow down and stop any way of being that's not sustainable. Like, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I don't know if that fits, but that's what just came to me. Or, this is the only way I've ever known how to live my life, so I'm just going to stick to it. Because it's can take you down a dark road. Need to run interference. We'll check in on a... Oh, right. Right. Oh, my God. Oh, the film is, you'll see on the replay. Love you. Right. The rose has seen civilizations come and go, empires rise and fall. In this card, she's delivering, I just read that bit, to release anything that's making us brittle, to tend to our garden, our bodies, and the earth around us. What way of being is no longer sustainable for you? Right, okay, I get now why they made me channel about that film. It's just basically, it might have worked for you at some point in your life to live that way and to have a lot of fun, because everyone else was doing it around you. But like in that film, and I mean, they're really quite young. I think they're actually not even hitting their 30s. So fucking in real life, I don't know that it really goes that way, to be honest, for most people. But it's good for painting the picture here, is that, you know what I mean? It's like that guy was turning out and just like, I don't want any to change. You know what I mean? Fuck's sake, just keep it the same. And the other guys had moved on. So it's like, again, trust the season that you're in. And maybe the next season that you're in is the big, scary relationship that you've actually never had. Do it your way, embrace your uniqueness untamed, and you can still be free and wild and have true love. That's true twin flames. But it's just, what I can feel really going on is some divine feminines really being pushed to their absolute limit. whatever that means for different situations, right? I'll not leave it on that. Let's shuffle. And that can even just be not knowing what is going on at all. And what do you know about that? Oh. Look, chivalry. There's the man with the horse and the roses and the eagle, because that's what a man shows up with after a long time. But you know what I mean? Like, being serious here, it's like some divine feminines could have, you could have chivalry coming towards you. But it's like what they're wanting me to say is this your, oh, wait a minute. That's fucking mental. Oh my God, shit. Oh no. Right, there's 3 things. Is this your divine masculine coming towards you? Or is it your divine masculine still in the distorted masculine? And that's okay, because you can help them shift into divine masculine energy with boundaries. A little bit like when I've told stories of my past, when my one was, oh look, tigers, was hitting me up, wanting to be my, something that I mentioned earlier actually, because that's what we'd always done for a very long time. And I was like, no, actually, I'm kind of fucking madly in love with you. You know what I mean? Do you want to send me a text during the day, or kind of ask me to go and fucking do something like normal folk do when they're starting to like each other a wee bit more? And that was my way of trying to tell him, actually, I really do fucking like you a lot more than what I did before. Although looking back, probably fucking liked you like that the whole fucking time. I really don't know. Maybe, I don't know. It's yeah. But basically that was what I was trying to say, was I like you more than that now, so can you make more of an effort? But like I say, it didn't quite go that way, because he made an effort for a while and then he just stopped making an effort. But that's because that's our life was meant to go that way, you know what I mean? So no regrets there, it was just meant to go that way. But I'm sure he will have got the message from me that I don't take any crap, and if he's ready to make an effort for me there, when he is, he will. Emotional freedom, when he's, if he wants to, when he's ready to do that. But until then, he'll do what the fuck he wants, because that's what I would do too. But it's, you know what I mean, it's in a weird way I kind of do respect it, but I'm not going to let someone take a piss. But nobody's taking a piss out of me right now, because nobody's my man right now. Know what I'm saying? Right, so but this can also be for other people. People could be coming towards you, asking you out, and again, this can go for men or women, because this is just for both. Could be coming towards you, asking you in a date, offering you the world, but they might not be good enough. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is that woman good enough for you? Is that man good enough for you? Or is it worth resolving the conflict that you run away from with your twin flame? This came up in the Aquarius reading, so it doesn't matter where the Aquarius is in your chart. We've all got it somewhere. It's your 11th house. If some of you have got Pluto in the 11th house, which some of my clients are, you could be getting royally fucked over by friendship groups right now. That's definitely for someone out there. But look, this divine feminine's reaching down to the divine masculine to help him. He's in a dark place, with empathy, compassion, understanding, and love, because that's what a true divine feminine, a true twin flame would do. But you can still have the boundaries like what I just said. And watch that film. I think it'll speak to a lot of people like it spoke to me. Clearly, if I was liked it that much, I watched it again. Because again, I've seen that a few times, but I got something new every time. Anyway, I'm sending you loads of love and lots of the epiphanies that people will have had. And this is a time of painful endings for some, but after painful endings can come new beginnings. So new beginnings do just come after painful endings. Let me shuffle these. I want to see if did we transmute the energy enough to change the energy of like deception, and we're not going to be able to do that much, guys. There's still secrets coming out that people aren't going to like. Chaos. Yeah. What else do we need to know? What about this 10-10 portal? Celebrations, but look at that. Yeah, we did do some transmuting here today, because there's chaos, there's battles, because where twins are coming together, people don't want that to happen, but there's unions anyway. Celebrations, 3 of cups. That's also third parties. But it's funny, whenever I pulled the 3 cups, it never used to mean third parties to me for a while. And then it did start meaning that to me. So it just depends on when the day I'm channeling. But it's like, this to me more feels celebrations, but after third parties. Is that right? Yeah, look, 5 of Cups, sadness, putting the grief behind. Not holding back so much. King of Pentacles, it's got security on that card, but it's not holding. I thought it was that's weird because I actually thought it was the 4 of Pentacles there saying security, but it's not holding back. Yeah, not holding back so much, wanting to give. But look, some divine masculine twin flames are having to go towards us divine feminine and the Queen of Swords energy, but they put them there. Oh, look, so it's look. I don't know if I've got the strength. It's 7 of Wands, resilience, but in reverse, I don't know if I've got it in me to go towards them like that. And I don't know if I could send this message or even go to see them because I'm scared. 8 of Wands sending a message. What else do we need to know? But I'm going to do it. Hooray, because I'm the magician. Again, I sincerely hope that if you want that to be your story, that it is. That it's not for everyone, because some people are going to say stuck at a crossroads. Trust that you're where you're meant to be, your twin flames where they're meant to be. And you'll get to know the rest later, as I just went past a card that said movement. You're moving ahead no matter what. 6 of Swords. Right, now I'm going. I love you. Book a session if you need and require more help. Enjoy the rest of your 1010 portal. Ladies that are part of my subscription, and Charlotte, just because I decided I wanted to do that for you because you actually joined the other one that wasn't a part of the distance healing. But anyway, it's yeah. So anybody else that's doing this later, if you donate actually, you know what? If you really desperately do want to be a part of the distance healing, use the donation button. Just basically use this one that's on here, but you'll have to send me an email as well to let me know. Technically, it doesn't matter because time is an illusion. People feel the healing after, but this is what I mean. I don't think a lot of people can get their head around that, but some people know it. But yeah, anyway, if you know that you're on my subscription thing already, I'm sending you distant healing in 1 hour and 10 minutes to be exact. So I'm away to get a coffee, and but yeah. I don't even know what fucking day it is. I don't know how to end this. It's like we're back in the pandemic. I'm like, oh, there it is. Right, see you later, guys. Bye. Like, comment, subscribe.